Yeah, both managers, you can tell they're both up for this one. We're live at Vale Park at Port Vale against Crewe. Alexandra. Port Vale could go 6 points clear at the top. Crewe could jump into the top three and be just 2 points off the lead at the top of League Two tonight. You'd expect everyone to be up for it. It's a big local derby. What I've enjoyed in the build-up, Chris, looking at the relevant websites, the local press, nobody's playing it down. This is going to be blood and thunder, I think, tonight.
Yeah, I think the players know exactly what it means. The fans will let them know. I think the local media definitely bring it to the attention of all players. They know how big it is. But yeah, the confidence is there. It's quite interesting what Lee Bell says there about Port Vale can tinker, the quality and depth that they've got, and also about the age. I think it's more of a positive when you can actually keep the same team. Unless it's a necessary change, an injury, a suspension, and then but the players have an understanding. They've got those relationships there, and that's something this Crewe Alexandra side. I mean, the likes of Sanders, Policek, Tabernet, Tabernet, the mobility of them, the way that they link up, and then you've got the likes of Cooney and Conway that's bombing the energy, end product all the time. Zach Williams, Demetriou always talking, communicating. They have an understanding. You can see how disappointed they are when they concede the proper, and that's what you want now. That the emotion takes over, but you also see how much they enjoy it when they score. A few little instances where the referees have got to get involved, with getting in the faces of the opposition. They're really enjoying the football at the minute, so it's going to be a hard task for Port Vale tonight, but you still have to be brave. They'll have the confidence to go out there and say, you know what, let's earn the right to play the way that we can here at home. They've made this place, they enjoy being here, they enjoy being in front of the fans at Vale Park.
They do indeed. The ground's still filling up. It's going to be a bumper crowd here tonight for League Two, as Darren Moore said earlier. He hopes it will be a great showcase of League Two football. It's first against fifth coming into it. The two teams coming out here at Vale Park in front of a bumper crowd. The away end filling up even more so away to our right-hand side. Who will come out on top tonight? Who will have the local bragging rights? It's another huge week of sport, and what better way to kick it off here on Monday night than live in the EFL with Talksport 2. Let's run you through the teams again. 4 changes for the Valiants. Hennigan, Payton and Curtis all drop to the bench. Grant is out. Shorrock, Richards, Hart and Harper come in. That means Ripley's in goal. A back three of Sang, Hall and Hart. Across the middle, cover Crowsdale, Harper and Shorrock, with Chisler and Richards up in support of Jaden Stockley, who's up top. For Crewe, unchanged after that great win over Notts County last time out. Marshall in goal. Connolly, Demetriou and Williams are back three. Cooney, Taberner, Sanders, Holicek and Conway across the middle. And it's Omar Bogle and Shiloh Tracy who start up top. Let me give you the two respective benches tonight for Port Vale. Hamos, Hennigan, Ronan Curtis on the bench, Jason Lowe, Rory Patton, Antoine Hackford and Benicio Baker-Botti. There's some quality on that Vale bench. And for Crewe, Booth, the keeper, Knight LaBelle, Lancaster, Lunt, Powell, Breckin and Thibault. He's probably right, Lee Bell, when you look at that Vale bench, Chris. The likes of Ronan Curtis, Rory Patton, Antoine Hackford, Benicio Baker-Botti. There's plenty of attacking threat on that bench.
Well, that's the thing, if it's not quite working, they've got players there that can come on and influence any game. So again, what was that just say? It keeps you more competitive, players that are getting that chance to go out there, they've got the shot, they've got an opportunity to show the manager, look, this is I want to start for you, you can trust me. But if they're not at it, look at the bench and it's off you come.
Yeah, well, we mentioned it's another huge week. The run into Christmas is absolutely ridiculous. 50 live games in December alone across the Talksport network. But before that, this week, plenty more over on Talksport right now. Live and exclusive, the only place you'll hear national radio commentary of Newcastle against West Ham. 8 o'clock start there. Adrian Durham, Sam Matterface and the former England man Danny Mills, our team up in the northeast. Tomorrow night, a choice of listening. 8 o'clock Talksport, Sporting against Arsenal. How will Arsenal get on there? Adrian will be at Manchester City Feyenoord. Dance and Darren Bent will bring us commentary of Sporting against Arsenal. And on Talksport 2 tomorrow, another exclusive AFL commentary, Sunderland against West Brom. Two teams well in the hunt for the return to the Premier League. Wednesday, it's Liverpool, Real Madrid and Villa against Juventus. Heidenheim, Chelsea on Thursday, with Manchester United against Bodo Glimt and Spurs against Roma. If you've not got the Talksport app, treat yourself. Get it for Christmas. Doesn't cost anything. Get it, download it. You can listen to all our live sport. And, of course, middle of December, you'll have heard the build-up today on Talksport. The World Championship Darts live on Talksport and Talksport 2. And a bit of a false start as we were going to get underway, when we now eventually are underway. Vale all in white then. They're going from left to right as we look on. It's the sky blue of The visitors with the dark blue shorts, Crewe Alexandra, they're defending the goal away to our right-hand side, and they're going to get a throw-in early on in the piece here. Pitch looks immaculate. It's a chilly night. There's a little bit of a breeze in the air. Chris, nothing really more than that.
Nah, it's a fresh one, but we've both
gone big coat, haven't we?
We have.
We're getting soft.
Very eager there. You're looking at Tracy and Bogle. Wanted to get after it, going 100 miles a mile an hour at Marshall, forcing them to kick it. I did think it would have been a soft one, but I did think it was a free kick on Jayden Stockley. Zach Williams just comes in in the back of him when he's in the air. I think the linesman should be able to spot that one.
Yeah. Connor Ripley clears downfield. He's in a lime green goalkeeping strip, all in orange. Away to our right hand side is Philip Marshall, the Crewe goalkeeper, and once again the ball poked back to Connor Ripley. And I think what Crewe have made perfectly clear here, they're going to hold a high line. They're going to try and squeeze in that Vale midfield. Yeah, you're spot on. Now, they've been very aggressive, trying to force the issue. Again, it's a strong challenge. I guess he knows he's in a game. Dimitri just coming straight through the back of him there. Yeah, Jayden Stockley, who's a big lad up front. That was robust, wasn't it? We said it was going to be tough and physical.
That's two challenges on Stockley already that, okay, I think both were fouls, but the referee's only clocked one. This is what Port Vale have to do. Even under a very aggressive press, they have to be able to play. Well, they're going to get a throw in here. Ball played down the right-hand touchline. And it is out for a throw-in. And it is going to be Brandon Cover who will take it on this near side. On loan from Leicester. I think when you've got the likes of Thomas Sang, his distribution's so good. They got a little bit fortunate there. Ball fell on the edge of the area, crossed towards the edge of the box. It's going to be hit on the volley, and it's in! What a screamer! An absolute screamer! Port Vale in front. It's a wonder strike. Shorrock it is who's hit it on the volley. The cross just looped in the air, fell in the D, and Jack Shorrock lashes it past the keeper. Port Vale 1, Crewe 0. What a goal. What a goal. Absolutely outstanding. Came from a poor throw-in, wasn't it? A little bit fortunate. It was kept alive. It just got swung in. He's arriving into the D at the edge of the box. The ball's came from such a height, but his technique to take it on the volley, he's waist height when he hits it, and it goes right into the top left-hand corner. And I've got to say, Ripley has no chance with it whatsoever. Absolute no chance whatsoever. Inside 3 minutes, Marshall has no chance. He's at full stretch, and I've got to say, what a finish that is from Shorrock. He's connected with it so well. Philip Marshall's at full stretch right into the top left-hand corner. Outstanding finish. Well, that has lit the blue touch paper here at Vale Park. If that's what we're in for tonight, as a strong challenge goes in, as Crewe look for an instant response, they get a throw down on the left-hand side for them, right down the far end of the ground. We're pretty much level with the edge of the penalty area. When he lines out, you think, where's this going? Straight in the top corner. He's taking it waist height. He's swung his leg round on the volley. You know how hard that is, but then to get the power and the accuracy. I tell you what, goalkeeper Philip Marshall had no chance whatsoever. Another late challenge goes in from Crewe. They're clearly fired up for this one, but their spirits will have been dampened a little bit by that wonder strike that means Vale are in front here. Inside 3 minutes, they lead by a goal to nil live on Talksport 2. We mentioned the likes of Real Madrid, Liverpool to come this week. If there's a better goal than that, Chris, I will be delighted to see it. I'm right there beside you. But the thing is, as well, you're looking at Crewe, very aggressive. You know, they've got that physicality about them as well. They're trying to upset Port Vale, but Vale are still getting it down and trying to move the ball. Stockley wins another header. Under pressure, Crowsdale maybe got a hand in the back there from Taberner. Now another free kick. It is spiky. It is on a knife edge here, and I think the referee's going to have his hands full tonight. I think he could be in for a tough night. Mr. Kirk, the official in the middle. What a start it has been. 1-0 Port Vale leads. I don't think anybody could believe it when that ball hit the back of the net. Yeah, I think the referee, Thomas Kirk, I think he's got a responsibility that he wants to keep it as a derby. You want to keep everyone on the pitch. You know, you want to kind of assign your authority, but you don't want to bring the card out far too early. It's all about communication, talking with the captains, because you want this intensity, don't you? You do. The thing I would say is
as a neutral and as an observer, as the ball out from Ripley's a poor one. He's given away, thrown over on the far side. I think when you allow some really strong challenges to go, Chris, it almost ups the allowable foul, if you know what I mean, and you're almost inviting it on. It's a fine line for the ref, isn't it?
I understand, very difficult. You don't want that early yellow card coming out and then straight away the players on a...
Well, it's 1-0 to Port Vale. They have it on the edge of their own penalty area. Neat turn from Crowsdale. Played himself into trouble, but rode the challenge nicely. Vale looking to build inside their own half, but they're struggling to get any real go forward at the moment. Crewe have it, and they get it back towards the halfway line. Their blue shirts shining underneath the Port Vale floodlights here. It is bouncing at Vale Park tonight. You wouldn't believe this is a League Two game, in all truth. As we now look as the visitors go forward down there, left-hand side. Conway, though, is dispossessed, and he gives the ball away. It's picked up and taken forward by Williams. He loses it. There might be room in behind. Stockley flicks the ball down the touchline, and here now on the near side is Richards. Tries to ride a challenge. Ball cleared away. It's midway inside the Crewe half. 1-0 Port Vale lead here to an absolute screamer from Jack Shorrock. And now a free kick on halfway as Crowsdale is brought down. And it's real blood and thunder stuff in that midfield. Not for the faint-hearted tonight.
I don't think that was a free kick. I think both players threw themselves at it there. I'm looking at Bogle. He was under control of the ball, and Crowsdale throws himself at it, and they just come together, and Crowsdale bounces off Bogle there. The ref very fortunate to get the free kick.
Yeah, it's a free kick just a yard over the halfway line. It's going to be taken by Connor Hall. Looks to send the ball towards the edge of the area. Crewe again are defending a really high line. Ball in towards the corner of the penalty box. It comes off a Vale shirt and a shot comes in. It's a scuffed effort from distance there. It was worth the effort from Rakeen Harper, but he never really got hold of it, and it bobbles wide for a goal kick.
Yeah, that big diagonal ball, I think Jayden Stockley, he's a fantastic outlet, reads the flight of the ball ever so well. Great header into the centre of the 18-yard box, and you know what? The players around him, they're that comfortable and confident that he's going to win those aerial duels. They're gambling all the time, and again, they weren't shy to try and let one go from the edge of the box again.
Yeah, it was on, wasn't it? He just didn't quite get hold of it. They thought about playing out from the back here, Philip Marshall, but determines that he's going to go long. Nearly 8 on the clock. You're live on Talksport 2. Port Vale 1, Crewe Alexandra 0. Early goal and a wonderful strike as well. There's a ball not long. They're looking to try and get in behind down that far side. Crewe, they've got it down by the corner flag. I tell you what, those numbers are not the easiest to see, are they, on the Crewe shirts? Surely a white number on the blue shirt would have been better than the...
Yeah, I have to agree. I think Bogle there really kind of putting Connor Hall under a lot of pressure, but good strength from the central defender. He was comfortable, got his body between ball and man, and then he's got the clearance in. But that's always going to be a threat. They have to be switched on. Tracy and Bogle are very, very lively, but at the minute I think Connor Hall he's organising, taking responsibility.
Ball all the way back to Marshall. Out of his penalty area, just rolls it along here to Demetriou. In the League 2 Team of the Year last year, Mickey Demetriou. Ball played forward though, is intercepted, and here come Vale on the half turn. Unlucky there. There was a nice touch from Chislett, just couldn't quite kill it stone dead. And now Crewe have a throw-in going the other way. It looked for a moment the break was on there for Vale. We've got some threat as well going forward, but it's Crewe have it back, and Zach Williams will play it along to Demetriou, who comes forward now. Stockley goes to close down, so Sanders comes to fetch it and give it.
Well, look at Brandon Cover. He's basically went right in. He's dropping right in beside Sang when out of possession. And then they're allowing the 3, the 4 in front, and then Jayden Stockley's up top. So they're actually going to a 5.
Yeah, and you can see that 5. Yep. If it was a tactics board, it's all along the halfway line at the moment. Ball headed away by Sang. Here's Harper in midfield, gets the ball down. It'll be brought forward over on the far side by Hart. He gets the ball away. Vale have it on halfway. They lead by a goal to nil. A wonderful strike it was as well. A volley from inside the D edge of the penalty area that found the corner of the net and gave the keeper Marshall no chance.
Again, look, Port Vale, they're comfortable with allowing Crewe to have the ball, the central pairing at the back. And then it's when they come, Shorrock goes. But then you're looking at Brandon Cover at this side. So basically, it's they're they're okay. Usually they're quite aggressive on the front foot, trying to force the error in that attacking third, and in that transition then they're getting an opportunity at goal, but they're being a little bit patient, sitting a little bit deeper.
Yeah, they are. Here though come the visitors down the left. Sang just slipped, needs to regain his feet, did well to win the ball on the ground, but Crewe win it back over on this near side with Conway. He plays it forward, and now there's finally a chance for Bogle and Tracy to get involved in the game, and the first thing they do is they win a free kick as Tracy was bundled over about 35 yards out from goal. But Crewe now with a chance to put some of their own big guns into the penalty area. Yeah,
I think it just came from Sang and Cover getting each other's way. I think Sang's trying to find Rico Richards with the pass down the right hand side, but it's coming off Cover. But I just think Sang's got to give Cover a little bit of a leeway to go and press a little bit, be a little bit more aggressive. And then as soon as it came into Tracy there, he was always going to roll his man and get away there. I think you've got to just kind of feel him and step back.
Well, here is the set piece going to be delivered towards the far side of the field. Ball bobbling around. It's volleyed clear away from danger. I can say over on Talksport, Thomas Souček has put West Ham in front at Newcastle. That's live and exclusive over on Talksport right now. So goals in both our commentary games tonight on the Talksport network. If you've got the app, you can swipe left and right between Talksport and Talksport 2. There's a long ball forward from Marshall, just bobbles out of play on the near side, and Vale lead by a goal to nil. 11.5 minutes gone.
It's kind of calmed, doesn't it? You know, that it was high intensity at the minute. I need to see a little bit more quality from both sides. You know, I think they're both, without the ball, have been very impressive, as in they're taking responsibility, they've got their positions, they're making it difficult for the opposition, but then in that transition when they get the ball, I just need a little bit more quality.
Yeah, ball headed forward by Crewe. Williams wins the header. Their line is so high, they're on the halfway line here, Crewe. One ball over the top into space, they could be in trouble. It's really interesting to see just how high they are playing.
Yeah, but it's not one of the strengths of Vale. If you're looking at the likes of Chislett, Rico
they're not
Richards
expecting
and
Stockley to race in behind.
Stockley's not going in, so that's why. You know, in a run race, Williams can move, Conley can move. Dimitrio's not too bad as well when he gets going.
Here's a long throw for Vale. Comes off a Crewe head, and he's headed for. Bit of head tennis ensues. Ball is brought down. They look for the switch towards Shorrock. Ball's headed away from him by Ryan Cooney over on the far side. And from Lee Phelps earlier on. Now, if that's not a yellow card, we're going to play on here. Vale have got it. Ball goes out of play. And we've just seen Ethan Chislett absolutely poleaxe there. Now, I know he let a few challenges go, Chris, but that was a poor challenge.
Yeah, it was a strong challenge, wasn't it? And I think he's not reaching, is he? He's just going to be a talking to. I tell you what, this is an opportunity, isn't it? Yeah, it's a talking to. You know, I don't mind it. I'll be honest, I don't mind it. You know, I think the referees, he understands what the game means. It was a strong challenge, rightfully so. If a yellow card came out, I don't think there can be too many arguments.
I think it's James Connolly who's very fortunate not to be booked. Throwing over on the far side for Vale, down level with the edge of the penalty area. Here is Chislett, who is up and looking for another throw, and he doesn't get it. He looks around in disbelief and then trots back into position. 13.5 gone. Mark Wilson, Chris Wellamo here at Vale Park tonight. We've been lucky to witness an absolute stunning goal from Jack Shorrock to put the home side in front. One of 4 changes for Darren Moore's side tonight. And what an effective change it promised to be. That strike worthy of any game. As the ball played forward. Strong challenge. Now that is another poor tackle. I think the referee here is going to have to. He's got to start taking action, because Sam Hart for me has gone straight through the back of the Vale centre forward there. That was an ugly looking challenge.
Yeah, very, very high foot as well. And the referee, is he? He's definitely got something in his hand. Yeah, I think he's trying to take control of this game. Challenges are getting a little bit reckless now as well. It's a talking to again, isn't it?
No, it's a yellow.
Oh, it is.
I'll tell you what, if that hadn't have been a yellow card, I genuinely couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was a very strong challenge.
That was in the Norman Hunter.
Well. There's no need for him to make the challenge as well. The defensive line, I know he was more advanced, but there was players that obviously Bogle had to go and get behind.
That was a Norman Hunter challenge. Well, for our older listeners there on TalkSport, ball played forward by Crewe, headed back across the face of play, and now the break could be on here for Port Vale, and again another strong challenge goes in. Well, this is like something from the 1970s at the moment. They are flying into the challenges, and once again the home fans are not happy because a Crewe player has bundled over one of their own on the field.
Yeah, I think Hodacek there just went right through. Is it Crowsdale, is it? But I tell you what, it's a strong
I think
challenge.
It's Chislett again, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, yeah. What a strong challenge that was as well. It's the way that he's landed more so that's a little bit of discomfort at the back.
Well, it is a lively old start to our League Two event tonight. Ethan Chislett, former FC Wimbledon player, second season with Vale. Nice little ball down the right hand side for Vale, was well defended in the end. They were trying to get Brandon Cover away down this near side, but it's out for a throw in.
Yeah, it's much better quality from Port Vale there. Connor Ripley, like you say, finding Sang, and then into Ryan Crowsdale, that one round the corner, and Brandon Cover's just trying to kind of roll his man, but good defending in the end it was from Conway.
Yeah. Omar Bogle was just dribbling the ball back towards his own defenders then. He got tripped up, but the ball was played away. Referee happy to let play go. Vale leading by a goal to nil. Ball forward. Tracy's giving chase. Cleared away from him by Connor Hall and out for a throw-in over on the far side. I think in fairness to the visitors here, Chris, they've responded pretty well, having gone to that shock early goal behind.
Yeah, they've got on the ball. They've put the challenge in. They just still need a little bit of quality. I'm looking at Sanders, I'm looking at Hodacek. I don't want Bogle coming so deep towards his own goal. Stay high, stretch the pitch, try and get in behind. Give us more space to get on the ball and play and try and influence this game.
Well, it's going to be a long throw right over on the far side. It fizzes into the penalty area. It skims off her head. It'll fall towards the far post, and it's just away out of the left-hand side of the penalty area. There's a chance now to put the cross back in from Taberner. Cleared away, not convincingly. Falls edge of the penalty area. Good strong challenge went in from Stockley. Won the ball and got it away from danger. But Crewe have it and they're recycling possession. Sliding challenge goes in and now the break could be on. They're leading the charge forward here through the centre circle. They just poke the ball out wide, knowing there's going to be a white shirt on the end of it, and there is a white shirt on the end of it. Cross comes in from cover. It'll fall here for the shot, and the shot gets blocked. It was Rico Richards who thought 8 yards out he was going to get the second goal, and a last-ditch challenge comes in for Crewe to put it behind for a corner.
It's fantastic quality again. Excellent break. Crowsdale with a ball out to Brandon Cover. And he puts it in, takes his touch, puts it in, and I've got to say, I think it's big Jaden Stockley with the header. It comes off the body of Demetrio, and it's Rico Richards that's coming. It's trying to get the volley away, the shot away. Got some power behind it, but again, brave defending. Got the block in.
Yeah, that gets past the defender. I think that's in the back of the net.
I've got to agree, yeah.
Corner that Chislett will take on the near side. It's going to be an away swinger. Well, he plays it short to the near post to try and flick it on. There's a bit of pushing and pulling on the edge of the area. The referee's going to give a free kick. And it's a soft one in the context of what we've seen tonight. But Shiloh Tracy delighted that the whistle went in favour of him and Crewe Alexandra. 18 and a half on the clock. Port Vale 1, Crewe Alexandra 0.
Yeah, I think Thomas Kurt's got that one right. They were both at it, Rico Richards and Shiloh Tracy. But then Shiloh Tracy just got in front. I think he was trying to take the touch out of the box, and he's got the full half to run into. So I think that one was spot on from the referee. Good little corner near post as well for Rico Richards, just to try and flick on with the outside of the right boot.
Long ball forward by Crewe is collected here, and a bulldozing run through the middle there. No whistle again. This time it was Raheem Harper who went flying. Referee happy to let play continue. Crewe have it on the far side, and they'll have it down the right-hand side of the penalty area. Good defending from Crowsdale over on the far side, and it's out for a throw-in. And again, you would feel they'll put that long throw into the penalty area.
Yeah, really impressed. Yeah, this is another threat, isn't it, with the physicality they have. But I'm looking at the distance covered. Ryan Crowsdale, he's all over the place. On the ball, without the ball, he's communicating, but he's very timely with his challenge there. Looking
now. 5-6 blue shirts in and around the 6-yard box. A couple more wait on the edge for anything that may fall their way. The long throw about to be delivered towards the near post. It's headed away by the centre forward Stockley. It falls back on the right-hand side. Can they get a cross in? No, that cross is blocked. They might get another chance. They will, down by the corner flag. Cross drilled in near post. Missed initially, bouncing around. There's appeals for a penalty. And the referee says nothing. And the ball just casually falls for Connor Ripley. And Port Vale still lead by a goal to nil.
Well, you look at the reaction there. The ball was whipped in, came in at some pace. I don't think the defender knew much about it.
Big night of football tonight, big night tomorrow as well. Sporting take on Arsenal live in the Champions League. Adrian Durham presenting that one. Commentary from Ian Danter and the former England striker Darren Bent. Ball out over on the far side. Crewe back on the attack, looking to level things up here. Could be an opportunity to shoot from the edge of the penalty area. They'll lay the ball back here. 25 yards out from goal. They work it Crewe onto the left-hand side. Here now is Conway. Lays it back into the path of Taberner. Now the ball worked out on this near side. They're driving into the area with Conway. Just went without it. Fell in the challenge. Tracy gets the ball away. It wasn't the best control there from Sanders. Sanders keeps it alive though. Crewe enjoying their best spell of the game here. 21 gone on Talksport 2. 1-0 Port Vale lead. Courtesy of a wonder strike. Inside 3 minutes for Shorrock. But this is a good spell from Crewe. They're showing their quality here. As now they look to work an opening. Oh, they almost did there. It was neat from Taberner, but he just went without it right at the last minute.
Yeah, you know what? Real good control. Keeping the pressure on, moving the ball well there. I just felt they passed up an opportunity. It was Conway. He's driving into the box. I think he's either got to get the shot away or release it. Good timely challenge as well. They're not mincing about. They're not waiting. They're allowing Crewe to drive into the box, and it's 3-4 different occasions now the challenge has been right. I think big Jaden Stockley as well went to ground very early, committed to the challenge.
Yeah, I think Conway's indecision just showed up. It invited the challenge, didn't it?
He's got to let one go, hasn't he? Either get the shot away or try and a little give and go with Tracy or Bogle.
Cover has the throw in down this near side. Port Vale attacking away to our right hand side. Cover's ball forward is cleared away. Here's Bogle back towards the halfway line. Again, he's nearer his own goal really than the halfway line, and that's really where Port Vale would like to see him staying for the rest of the night. But now the ball worked out on the Crewe right-hand side. They'll play it forward. Intercepted nicely by Hart. Finds Crowsdale. Just rolls off the ball. Here now is Harper. Feeds it out wide on the Vale right-hand side. Just looking to keep possession at the moment here. The home side. They've had to do a bit of defending. That's a risky pass, and well, it's given away in the end. There was nothing really they could do at the back. That wasn't the best pass across the face of their own goal, and Crewe nicked in and take possession. And now the ball on halfway, and it's back under the spell of Joel Taberner, but they'll have to go back to their goalkeeper Marshall, who knocks it long and downfield, and it's a ball that's chased by Conway, who heads it forward, and this time Connor Hall defends beautifully and eases the ball back to his goalkeeper Connor Ripley, who will just have it on the edge of his 6-yard box, floats it nonchalantly out to the full-back, but it's intercepted. Bogle gets on the end of it. They're into the area here. Now it's a big chance. Ball across goal, and it's put behind. And there was a look there from Connor Hall to his goalkeeper as if to say, what on earth are you doing? Well, get rid of it.
Yeah, and he's right. He's right to do so. You know, I think Connor Hall, fantastic defending in the first place, going back to Connor Ripley. And to be fair, his distribution's been good so far, and that's what he's been told to do. Can he hit his full-backs, the wide men in midfield? He has to put a little bit more on it. And again, it's Connor Hall that, with a defensive challenge, the block that does gets the clearance away there.
It's going to be a corner, an in-swinger. Looking to try and level things up here, Crewe Alexandra. The trail by a goal to nil live on Talksport 2. Look at all the bodies in the 6-yard box. That's where the ball's delivered, right in there, and it's headed over from a couple of yards out. That was a great ball in. All those Crewe players waiting, and in the end it's headed harmlessly over the top. Still 1-0.
It's a massive opportunity, isn't it? Is it Conway, is it? I tell you what, no, is that Williams? It has to be in the back of the net. He's went up. No, it is Conway. He's up there. He's read the flight of the ball fantastically well. He's made the contact. Like you say, he's a yard from goal. I know he's under pressure, but he's probably got too much of a contact on the cross itself.
Long ball forward is brought down by Stockley. Chislett just couldn't quite take it into his path. And now the ball played forward here, and Crewe look to build from inside their own half. Zach Williams seen a lot of the ball in this left centre half position. Beautiful touch there from Conway. Takes him away from Brandon Cover. And now the ball in field with Conway still driving. This time he looks for a pass. Finds Tracy on the turn. Holds it. Fires a shot. Goal bound. It's bobbling around in front of goal. It won't quite fall for a Crewe player. Now it will. Conway with a shot. That's blocked and cleared away. And Vale hanging on. And the ball forward is nowhere near Stockley. That was the best we've seen from the visitors.
Fantastic from Crewe. Moving the ball around. Getting the shot away, Bogle manipulating the ball, but again, they're not afraid. Hart with the first block, and then it's Connor Hall again with the block at the edge of the box. You know, bravery, throwing themselves in front of it, defending for their lives, and now this is what you have to do.
Now they're in again here, over on the far side of the penalty area. Shiloh Tracy it is, who will lay the ball back. Chance to put the cross in. It's whipped in. A cross come shot that lands just past the far post. Too much on it for Bogle, who was waiting 6 yards out from goal, and it's behind for a goal kick. 26 gone here, live on Talksport 2. Port Vale 1, Crewe Alexandra 0.
Yeah, it's an excellent ball again. You know, if that's where you've got the likes of Tracy. Can he be on the end of that? Even Conway on the far. I think it's come in from Ryan Cooney. An excellent cross.
It's been a good response from Crewe. Darren Moore looks on. Lee Bell is to his left, looking on. He'll be pleased with what his side have done by way of a response. Over on Talksport, still Newcastle 0, West Ham 1. Julian Lopetegui under big pressure at West Ham. He really does need a result tonight. And over on Talksport, his side are in front. Souček's goal. Here, it was a Jack Shorrock wonder strike on the volley, edge of the D, that gives Vale the lead inside 3 minutes. Stockley again wins the challenge. Chislett again just can't get on the end of it. Stockley can do no more at the minute. He's winning everything that's going his way. And now they're hunting in packs, and they've won it back on the edge of the D. They'll play it in. Big chance, scuff shot, inches wide of the post. Rico Richards from 12 yards out. If he hits the target, it's 2-0. He misses.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity. And I've got to say, it's Chislett as well. Excellent little way to pass across into the path of Rico Richards. He's coming onto it. Doesn't have to break stride. On his left foot, I think he has to find that bottom right-hand corner. It's a massive let-off again. But like you said, Jaden Stockley winning everything. And I've got to say, Port Vale, for me, are ticking that box when they're going and winning second balls, keeping that pressure on.
Ball hit forward by Crewe. They're looking to get Tracy on the end of a long ball. It's headed away nicely. It's a real, I want to say throwback, but you've got Jaden Stockley at one end, you've got Omar Bogle and Shiloh Tracy at the other end. Big athletic players that want the ball played into them. They want the challenge. Yeah,
you don't let them down. You give them the service, and this is where I think the more experienced players have to be saying to Bogle,
well, here is a chance again, and now they're getting on the end of it. Conway tried to knock it forward. What they are doing now, I think Conway down one side and then over on the far side, Kunit, they're both trying to get forward and make up numbers when that ball's hit long. I know we've just seen a great in fact, to be fair to Port Vale, they've had two great chances, haven't they? The shot that was blocked and then the shot that we've just seen put wide. But Crewe at the other end are starting to threaten, they're starting to create. Still trailed by 0-0. Ball down the touchline wasn't the best. Vale should deal with this. They haven't got it out of play though. And now the ball falls edge of the area. Everybody stopped. Not Holicek. He's going to have a shot down low and it's cleared away. Falls to the edge of the area. Well, the jeers will tell you everything. We had brilliance at one end on the volley, and then the side-footed curler that more sliced than curled and nearly went out for a throw, and it's actually gone out for a goal kick. Still 1-0.
Yeah, it's better though from Crewe, really keeping the pressure on, forcing the issue, and then it comes to Holicek there. I don't mind them taking the shot away there. You know, it has to be dealt with. If it comes to Sanders, I just think with the quality that he's got, you know, have a bit more belief, even take a touch, manipulate the ball, made it a little bit easy. He was put off by the oncoming player coming in for the block, but the quality he's got, he'll be disappointed there.
He will. But Crewe are believing here. One loss in their last 13, one loss in 12 in the league for the home side. So both in good form as the ball played forward didn't quite reach Stockley. And now the ball thumped away. And Hart over on the far side will knock it down the touchline. It's collected by a blue shirt. Then it's picked up by Rakeem Harper. Nice little touch, gets it away. And now forward come Port Vale. Chislett with a mazy little run. And now they're looking to commit bodies forward. Here is Harper. Cover's made a run down this near side. Sang joins in as well. Sang looks to put in a good ball towards Stockley, who got a flick header on it. There was no one following in. I think the referee's actually given a free kick against Jayden Stockley. He's not happy with that. We've had half an hour here on Talksport 2. Former Scotland striker Chris Owellamo alongside us. It's Port Vale 1, Crewe 0. Chris, what you made of the opening half an hour?
Yeah, I think it's been absolutely outstanding, hasn't it? Real high energy. We've got seen real glimpses of flashes of quality from both sides. I'd like to see that a little bit more consistently. But, it's end product. I'm looking at, like you've already alluded to, the kind of the big physical specimens both teams have up top. I tell you what, Brandon Cover, one touch in the box, doesn't look in the box because he knows he's got a Jayden Stockley in there. Yep. It's the same the likes way, obviously Ryan Cooney for Crewe as well.
Well, here he is now. He gets the ball away on this near side to Sang, whose cross is deflected out for a corner. The Vale fans cheer. They are a threat. They've got some really talented players. You can see why Vale are at the top of the League 2 table at the moment.
Especially down this right-hand side. Big fan of Thomas Sang. Brandon Cover as well. They have an understanding there. But I'll tell you what, it's a great battle with Max Conway. And Taberner's coming out as well and helping out there every opportunity.
Here is the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger this time. Going to be delivered down this near side. It's Shorrock, the goal scorer, delivers it into the 6-yard box and it's headed behind for another corner. Didn't know a great deal about that. We've seen a couple of good deliveries at both ends from corners, and that was another one that was begging somebody in a white shirt to get something on the end of it. And
that's Dimitri as well, got his head there, seen the danger. I think it was Stockley, followed him all the way.
Going to be same again. 4 white shirts lining up on the penalty spot. There's a bit of pushing and shoving. Ball delivered in near post, headed away well by Bogle at the near post. Should be brought down on this near side by Chislett. It's not really got anywhere to go. He'll go back to cover, but may well go to his goalkeeper. He will, and job done for Crewe now. We've got to race up the field, and it was the header forward from Bogle, who is now chasing the goalkeeper at the other end. He's just had to run 70 yards downfield. Long ball forward again. Again, they've not found anything that's near Stockley is winning. The problem that maybe Port Vale have got just a few times when they've gone long, they've not read the run of Stockley and not hit it within 20 yards of him.
Yeah, I think just the fact that Conor Ripley was put under a little bit more pressure from the likes of Bogle and Tracy. I think that's where he can bounce it in, and you're looking for a Rakeem Harper or a Ryan Croasdale to present himself for the goalkeeper.
Rakeem Harper's going to go in the book here for a late challenge, and the home fans are not happy, but it was late. He brought down Joel Taberner, and he becomes the second booking of the night, and that really was a needless booking, wasn't it? It was a cheap foul and one that he just didn't need to give away.
Yeah, it takes a bit away from his game as well. You look at him, he's a big physical player, covers a lot. I'd be putting more pressure on him now. You look at like the Sanders that's in around him, Taberner, got on the ball, invite that challenge. He's just lost his foot in there as well.
Here trying to bring the ball out from the back is Demetriou. Plays it out over on the far side for Connolly. His first touch wasn't the best, but he had no one near him, so he's got time to rectify. Finds Demetriou, who will now roll it forward. You once again see Vale. They get interested when they start playing it out from the back. Vale are looking to win it high up the field. They've won it on halfway here. Chislett has it. Turns in field, finds Croasdale, who could have turned forward but opted just to keep possession. He was a little bit safe there, Croasdale. But he gets the ball away on this near side. A little bit of a mazy run from Sang. He's lost it, and now going the other way is Conway, who's got past cover. Croasdale steps in. Brilliant. That was good midfield play there. He made the decision there. Either the ball's going past or the player, but not both of you.
He did. I've got to say, I think Max Conway has been outstanding. He doesn't let you down. He just knocks it past the player and he runs every single time and says, OK, we'll have a running race. Croasdale, excellent. I think you're spot on. He's a bit too safe. It was easier actually to take the touch forward, get your head up and say, what options have I got?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his though. I think he's a very, very good midfield player. And he's on it again now, and he'll get it away. And forward now will come the goalkeeper, Conor Ripley, who hasn't had a great deal to do, truth be told. 1-0. Nice ball forward. He's brought down beautifully. And now played forward to Stockley, who holds it up and returns a pass now. And here come Vale on the front foot. Stockley in the D, rolls it out to cover. Cover Non-committal, not a cross really, not a shot, bit of neither, comes out for a corner. He got a bit fortunate there, Cover. I'd have liked to see him put his laces through that or get it whipped into the box.
Well, Chislett's saying the exact same to Stockley. Now he says, why did you not take the shot on? It was perfect for him. He's at the basically 18 yards from goal, near enough central. And it's like he's committed, he's already made his mind up, I'm not taking the shot on. That's where you want your big striker to just put his foot through it.
Yeah. 1-0, Port Vale lead here. Goal inside 3 minutes. Not added to it. They've missed a couple of very presentable opportunities as well. Ball now whipped in towards the 6-yard box. Keeper comes, gets something on it. There's bodies all over. There's about 3 blue shirts lying in the front of the goal here, but they get the ball away over on the far side, and it's away to safety. We've had 35 and a half minutes here on Talksport 2. Over at Talksport, Newcastle 0, West Ham 1, latest score there. You got the app, you can swipe left and right between the two.
Every opportunity, Jack Shorrock, when he takes the corner, right on top of the goalkeeper. All those bodies in there. Look at him. I'm looking at Philip Marshall now. He's taken a few hefty challenges, but he's got to be strong. Goalkeeper coming out, trying to make contact. A lot of bodies in front of him there, but he's hobbling a little bit. He's took a sore one.
Yeah. 9 to go to the break. Darren Moore's side, as it stands, extending their lead at the top of the League 2 table, but a long way to go yet. As Crewe bring it down over on the far side. They'll play it forward for Tracy. He's in a battle, but he's outpaced by Hall, who will get it back to his keeper, who then feeds it to Sang. And now Sang will look to build the ball forward. Finds Croasdale, who's under big pressure. This time he does have his pocket pinched. And the ball, they tried to play it in behind. I think maybe they needed to play that straight to Bogle. And I think he would have been in on goal. But they tried to slide it down the left channel. And it was well intercepted by Port Vale and out for a throw in.
Yeah, he had a lot of room for error there. Tabbing I think when he's trying to find... it was Tracy, wasn't it? But I've just got to say, I think he's got to put a little bit more arc on the ball, a little bit more quality down the left channel.
Ball on halfway. Here's Richards, who had that chance when he side-footed wide, when, look, really, if he hit the target, he would have scored, but didn't quite get a good connection on it, and it is 1-0 at the moment. Ball played forward. There is Stockley, wins the header, but Conway's there, and then Conway sends it down the left touchline. They're going to invite Bogle to get the ball. He did get the ball, but then he almost bulldozed over the top of the defender to get the bouncing ball, and the referee's having none of it.
I think they're both at it. I think Sang's just trying to allow the ball, let it go out of play. Bogle's got to touch the ball, kept it in, and then it's one of them. Sang's trying to stop him from getting the ball. So for me, I think the referee's got to just let that one play. But a bit fortunate for Port Vale. Thomas Sang.
1-0. The early goal, the difference between the two, and what a strike it was. You get the chance to have a look at it. I'm sure it'll be on social media. A volley from the D. A great strike for the league leaders. Stockley has a reel coming together there with James Connolly. Referee's having none of it. Stockley's furious.
Yeah, well, that's where you look at the body language. You know that there's something that he's been getting battered from the first minute, hasn't he? And there he's trying to read the flight of the ball, so he has no eye. He's just looking at the ball in the air. There's a little clip of the heels. So the referee's got to be a bit savvy to that one as well.
Yeah.
I used to hate it. It's one of them. They double up on you as well. So you're just trying to read the flight of the ball. Straight away you've got someone blocking you. You've got someone else. You just has to have that communication with the referee.
Ball coming forward here with Crewe, looking for the switch over to the far side. Bogle will bring it down on his chest. Gets it away from one, can't get it away from two. Cross comes in, delivered to the far post. Arriving was Conway, missed his kick. And now it's hammered away up towards the halfway line. But it's well dealt with here by Crewe. Have it back on the left touchline. Back in field they go. Here now. The ball on the halfway. Demetriou has it. Everybody barring the keeper and Demetriou inside the Port Vale half. 1-0 Vale lead with 6 to go to the break. You're live on Talksport 2. Mark Wilson, Chris Uwellamo here at Vale Park tonight. A chilly Vale Park. 50 live commentaries to come in December. And the World Championship darts as well. What a December it promises to be here on the Talksport network. Ball now played forward by Demetriou. Has he just asked too much of Conway? Well, if he has, he's still kept it in. That's brilliant from Conway. up and down this touchline in front of us. He's getting the miles in.
He is, yeah. He's been outstanding. I think that one there, he's about a metre off the ground just to keep it in off his head, and he's trying to get on the end of it as well. It was a poor ball from Dimitri there. He had a lot of room for error as well, but just into the body of Conway, and it allows him to get 1v1 at the likes of Thomas Sang there.
Yeah. Well, again, this long throw-in is going to be dealt with from Crewe. They launch it. That's a great delivery into the penalty area, headed away by Vale. Ball bouncing edge of the area is the break on for Vale here. Chislett has it, needs some support. He's weaving one way then the other. He's over on the left touchline. He finds Harper, who gets away from one. Beautiful play. Now he drives forward over the halfway line. Cover makes a run down the touchline. Here comes Tom Sang. Sang looks up, three in the middle. One of them is Stockley, who didn't quite get on the end of it. It fell on the far side to Shorrock, and he couldn't control. I thought Stockley gave up a little bit on that one.
I thought he stopped, but I don't think he was ready for Sang. I don't think he could make up the distance because Dimitri had got himself into that defensive position, opened up his shoulders and was in the right position, albeit all he could do was flick it on. I think Stockley's got to just keep going there and try and make that, because it wasn't a bad ball at all from Thomas Sang.
It was a decent ball in. Referee says that the ball went out of play midway inside the Crewe half. 4 to go to the break. 1-0 Vale leads. Jack Shorrock with a wonder strike. Could maybe and should have had more goals. Chances at either end. But it is still 1-0. Ball headed forward here. And now Crowsdale will play it forward. Stockley's onside. Lovely little flick there. And well dealt with. Last-ditch challenge there on the edge of their own area from Connolly. Gets it away. There's a poor foul gone in on Harper. He's down in a heap. But Vale have got good ball here. Edge of the area. Chislett with a flick. Hammered away, but only as far as the far side, where Hart will bring it down. Lovely little chest control. He goes down the left-hand side of the area. Can he find a cross? He's overrun it. And it goes behind for a goal kick, and Harper's up asking the referee why he didn't get a free kick.
Yeah, and he's got every right. It was a strong challenge. I think you're looking at Harper. I think he went to get up about 4 or 5 times every time Port Vale were going to lose possession there. But now they're moving the ball. Just you want end product. You want the ball coming in the box there. Trying to kind of look for that perfect opportunity. Sometimes you just have to kind of put one in. Ask the question. Make Crewe defend.
Yep, ball played forward. Headed away by Vale. Ball forward here. Tracy's after it. It'll fall to Conway. 35 yards out. Pokes it down the channel. Can they get across? Sang is across to try and defend it for Port Vale. Ball worked back towards the edge of the penalty area, and Sanders comes down the left-hand side again. There are 3 blue shirts waiting for a cross. They're over on this left-hand side. And they can't quite work the opening. Richards makes the tackle. Ball just stopped right on the line, and they had a bit of a dance around it, and then it's played forward, and now it's missed. And here's Stockley on the half-turn. And Stockley's looking up. There's not too many in front of him. And now he's just going to play the sensible ball. And it's back here with cover, who's rather played Sang into a bit of trouble. Sang has to go back. There was a chance for a break there. Stockley didn't risk it, and Vale opt to keep the ball in safety.
Yeah, I think Stockley can just leave that little kind of pass in between the last defender and goalkeeper there, because he's got the likes of Rico Richards and Chislett breaking their neck to try and break that defensive line of Crewe.
Out for a throw-in. Well, it was an electric atmosphere here. The roof nearly came off when that volley went in the back of the visitors' net inside 3 minutes, but it's been quite tense thereafter. There's a proper game of football being played here. 2 teams who want to play football. Ball forward for Richards to chase. This isn't going to run dead, and in the end, safety first there. And Zach Williams is asking his goalkeeper, Philip Marshall, why he didn't come and deal with that.
Nah, I'm not having that from Zach Williams at all. He was comfortable there. I don't understand why he's just put the foot through it. I think he can get the ball under control there. He can turn. He can try and just turn the lights of Port Vale. He can go back to his goalkeeper.
Here's cover, gets the ball back here. He's got a chance to put it across. He'll work it back to Richards. Richards puts too much on it. Curling effort towards the far post, too deep, and it goes behind and out for a goal kick to the visitors. Still 1-0 as well. West Ham lead at Newcastle, live over on Talksport. Got a double header tomorrow. Got a double header of Champions League action as well across the Talksport network on Wednesday night. Liverpool Real Madrid is live on Talksport. Aston Villa Juventus live on Talksport too. What a night of football that will be. Both sides, both the English sides, well set to kick on. Hopefully make the top 8 and qualify automatically. Into the last few seconds, we're going to get 1 added on minute here at the end of the first half. Well, we heard from Lee Phelps, he didn't think there'd be many goals tonight. There's been plenty of chances, but not many goals, and the one we got was an absolute screamer. And at the minute, it's the difference between the two, but I think when Crewe go into the dressing room at half-time, I think Lee Bell will be quite happy with how his team have played. They've basically been undone by a bit of brilliance, haven't they?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think Lee Bell, where they've had more of the ball, haven't they? The one thing I will say is they've got the shots away, they've been blocked. That bit of quality needs to be improved in that attacking third and around the 18-yard box. But the build-up play, excellent energy, Ryan Cooney delivery, you know what you're going to get. Max Conway, I tell you what, he's been outstanding tonight.
There's a long ball forward. Crowsdale will collect it for Vale, gets it forward, but not out of his own half. Into the final few seconds of the 1 added on minute. Ball over the top. Is it going to run dead? Oh, Hart's had a touch. He's going to have to play this out now. He does play it out. He finds Crowsdale, who turns, and there's a bit of room in front of him. Finds Richards. Richards miscontrols it. Now the ball's going back the other way. Driving forward here. Might be a chance for a last shot just before the break. Shot beaten away by the keeper. And that will be the last act of the half. If that had taken a wobble there in front of Connor Ripley, that could have caused him all sorts of trouble. But warning right on half-time as the half-time whistle goes that the visitors, despite being behind at the break, are far from out of this. Deadlock broken inside 3 minutes. A rather fortuitous cross just ballooned into the D on the edge of the penalty area for Port Vale, where it was met on the volley by Jack Shorrock, who rifled it into the top corner. It was an absolute screamer. It set Vale Park alight, and the home side in front inside 3 minutes. Had a couple of really good chances thereafter. Rico Richards missed the target when you think if he hits the target he scores in the bottom corner. Couldn't quite convert it. At the other end, a couple of blocked shots, and then that really good shot there right at the end of the half, beaten away by Connor Ripley. He's at the break. Port Vale lead Crewe by a goal to nil. Chris O'Wellow, your thoughts on that first 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think it's an excellent advert, isn't it, for League Two. Two teams are with a real identity, real confidence in their playing ability as well. What a wonderful goal. A goal that the game, I would say, it needed, brings both teams out. I think Crewe grew into the game. They've got that confidence, great energy down both sides. It's just about that final bit of quality for Crewe when they get into that attacking third. Yeah, they're getting the shots away, but Port Vale are defending well. They're showing without the ball, they're understanding, they're taking responsibility and able to kind of shut up shop. I want them to be a little bit more expansive, when they've got the ball in the attacking areas. Jayden Stockley, take the shot on, don't pass it up. Rico Richards, I need to see more from him. Big fan. He's got so much energy, so much quality, but again, very easily just to pass the ball on. Make the players' minds up around you. I think very impressed with Chislett. Again, his distribution's excellent, running with the ball, being direct, and his way to pass. He's very, very creative. And you know that you're going to get that quality from Brandon Cover down the right-hand side as well. So I think both managers will be pleased. I'd say Lee Bell will probably be the one that says, you know what, we can go out. If we win the second half, I think we can go and put the points on the board. So I think there's got to be a few little tweaks. Is there going to be a change? You look at the bench, there's a few opportunities there, a few players there that can come on and make an influence in this game.
Well, it's half-time here. It's half-time up as well at St James's Park. Newcastle 0, West Ham 1. Thomas Souček with a goal inside 10 minutes. You can listen to that one live over on Talksport right now. The only place on national radio you will hear Newcastle against West Ham is on Talksport. We'll be looking ahead to what's coming up later on in the week. England's tour of New Zealand, live and exclusive on Talksport 2. It's another busy week of action. It kicks off here at Vale Park on Monday night, where we might have seen one of the goals of the season. It means at the break, it's Port Vale 1, Crewe Alexandra 0.
Talksport 2 is your dynamic destination for all the latest sporting action, featuring live commentary of all the biggest events, including football, PGA golf, horse racing, Premiership rugby, cricket, boxing, and all the big-hitting drama of the NFL. Touchdown! Plus, Talksport 2's official betting partner, William Hill, is always on hand with the insight and in-depth analysis you need. Talksport 2 with official betting partner, William Hill. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Amazon brings you an unmissable month of festive football.
What a fantastic night of football.
20 Premier League games.
It doesn't get much better than that.
And Tuesday's UEFA Champions League must-watch match. Man City versus Feyenoord from 6:30 p.m. It's on Prime.
Meet Sage Copilot, your new AI productivity assistant that understands natural language so you can get straight to what you need.
Copilot, draft emails to chase unpaid invoices.
So, if you're a baker, like Diana, it could mean spending more time on what really matters. That's more carrot cake she can bake. Small businesses could save 4 days a month on financial admin. Search Sage Copilot to get early access today. Sage, helping business flow.
Angela Rippon, what are you doing here?
I've come to tell you about using energy flexibly, Albert.
Flexibly?
Yes, smart meter owners could get rewarded for moving their energy use, like doing the laundry at off-peak times.
So I don't need to do the splits?
No, Albert. Nobody wants to see that.
Get rewarded for using energy flexibly, only with a smart meter. Search Get a Smart Meter today.
Eligibility and availability vary. Consumer action required. Reward schemes and tariffs available to selected customers from selected suppliers.
Investment scams, crypto scams, impersonation scams, romance scams. In the UK alone, somebody is scammed every 10 seconds. At CEL Solicitors, we've recovered over £100 million for our clients. So if you've lost money to a scam, we may be able to help get it back. We're rated excellent on Trustpilot. So if you're ready to start your claim, text SCAM to 88440.
Tell CEL.
We listen, we care, we win.
I've heard it's now free to sell on eBay, and it's got me thinking. Maybe I should sell my road bike that hasn't seen a road in over 2 years. And that lamp that, in hindsight, definitely looked better in Bali. And this gorgeous dress that needs someone to take it out rather than just out of the wardrobe. Which is exactly why I'm never selling my joggers.
You'll see things differently now it's free to sell on eBay. Download the app now. eBay. Things people love. Excludes motors and business sellers.
Talksport 2, official broadcast partner of the Premier League and the English Football League.
Game day. Score some Saturday football.
It is in!
This Saturday, exclusive full match commentary of Nottingham Forest versus Ipswich. Coverage from 2:30, kick-off 3 p.m. on Talksport 2.
The Social with Adi Oladipo and Rory Jennings. Tomorrow afternoon from 3 on Talksport 2. Outspoken opinions and decisive debate following all the action.
We talk about football in a bipartisan and educated way. Well, I do at least.
I try.
News, views, fun and football fixtures.
It's not just football though. Bit of boxing, bit of horse racing, even a bit of rugby.
And it's a try! And some phenomenal guests.
If you can't get in this squad after showing the form he showed, I don't think it looks too good for him.
This is the place to be.
It's Addy and Rory. It's The Social on Talksport 2.
What a goal! The Social. Tomorrow afternoon from 3.
It just works, doesn't it?
On Talksport 2. Join the Football Collective.
The cool, clinical finish.
EFL Live on Talksport 2.
Ball fell on the edge of the area, across towards the edge of the box. It's going to be hit on the volley, and it's in! What a screamer! An absolute screamer! Port Vale in front. It's a wonder strike. Shorrock it is who's hit it on the volley. The cross just looped in the air, fell in the D, and Jack Shorrock lashes it past the keeper. Port Vale 1, Crewe 0.
What a goal! What a goal! Absolutely outstanding.
Well, that has lit the blue touch paper here at Vale Park, if that's what we're in for tonight. Yeah, 1-0, but what a goal it was. Port Vale leading, and as it stands, extending their lead at the top of the League 2 table. But Crewe gave as good as they got from that point on, and were unlucky not to level things up. Second half commentary is on the way. A reminder, if you missed EFL All Access with Adrian Clark and his special guest, the Plymouth Argyle captain Joe Edwards, earlier this evening, you can listen back to the show as a podcast. You can find it wherever you get your podcast from, or on the Talksport app. Just search for EFL All Access. All our quality content there. And speaking of quality content, we are just over 48 hours away from the start of England's Test Series in New Zealand, with live and exclusive ball-by-ball commentary right here on Talksport 2, and we can't wait.
New Zealand's bidding to become just the fourth team in Test match history to win a game after following on. It happens once a century.
Game on. We're in the money.
Up goes the finger. New Zealand have won by 1 run.
was obviously a famous test match. I certainly think we have a fair idea around how they're going to play.
Root gets across and clips the ball through the leg side and comes through for yet another century.
When Sachin was playing, everyone wanted to bat like Sachin. When Virat playing, everyone knew he wanted to bat like Virat.
Brook has launched it down the ground. Wide Yorker, not this time. It's 6 number 4.
I think a lot of kids would be wanting to bat like Harry Brook.
Does anybody want to go back to the days when you're grinding out 2 runs and over? Yeah, we got short memories.
Oh, the Black Caps have swept India aside. They win the series 3-0.
There's something about this England side that made you go, well, do you know what, they just might.
Test match cricket at its finest. At its finest.
It's a keenly contested series, and you can hear live and exclusive ball-by-ball commentary of England's Test series in New Zealand, here and only here on Talksport 2. Our coverage gets underway. The first Test in Christchurch on Wednesday evening, around about 10 o'clock in the evening. We will be underway from Christchurch. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for tomorrow night as well. We've got more live European football action on the Talksport network. Over on Talksport, live commentary as Sporting take on Arsenal in the Champions League. Got updates from the Etihad as well as Manchester City welcome Feyenoord. Manchester City struggling for form right now, coming off the back of Saturday's thrashing against Spurs. Manager Pep Guardiola feels injuries are holding his side back.
We have to run backwards because our 4 central defenders are not there and are not still ready because they were injured. And our main player for these transitions, the player Rodri, is not there. Okay, we can survive because with 4 central defenders, I put Manu and John holding midfielders, right? With Ruben behind, with Nathan, with Josko. We'll be stable, we'll be strong in that box, but we don't have it. I had to play with Gundo, he's attacking midfielder, our best guy to arrive into the box. But I had to play holding midfielder because the other holding midfielder is injured, it's Kova. Like it's another player can do it. And it has to be alongside to Rico to have us a lot of passes, a lot of control to do it. And when you happen, you have to adapt. And it's not because they want, it's not because they are soft, it's not because they don't want it, it's not because they are lazy, because we have 26 shots on target. And clear chances. Clear ones in front of the keeper. Vicari was exceptional. But what do you have to do? Insist. Create more. 26 not enough? More. They try to concede less. And one day we're going to win a game. We are going our mind clear. It will be Tuesday tomorrow. I hope so. If not, next Sunday. If not, next. But the desire is there to change it, and we're going to try.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola speaking ahead of Manchester City's game tomorrow night. Midfielder Kevin De Bruyne also spoke to the media today, and this was his explanation as to why City are currently struggling.
We're not really dealing with the moments when it goes bad in a game. I would say there's been moments also in the Tottenham game where I think like we're doing really well. You know, we're creating the chances, but I think the main issue at the moment is the both boxes. You know, we're conceding too easily and we're not scoring the goals that we should score. And yeah, I think in this run of form, we let ourselves a little bit down, seem a bit, I don't know, not really soft, but a little bit, you know, where we lose it a little bit because I don't feel that we played a bad game at the weekend, but it ends up being 4-0. And you have to accept that you're not doing something good what you did in the past, and you have to try to resolve this issue as quick as possible.
Yeah, updates of Manchester City against Feyenoord live on Talksport tomorrow. I mentioned that earlier that Arsenal travel to Sporting tomorrow night. That will be live on Talksport. And Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta feels that his side need to start playing better away from home, starting with tomorrow's matchup.
It's certainly something that we have to improve. I think we have made the right steps. And looking back, the way we played against Inter and against a team that has been so dominant in the league and having the Champions League final that they should have won and play and dominate the game, but we should have done. But the reality is that after you have to make it happen, and we didn't, you know, and making that steps is what we have to do next. Be ruthless, be much more efficient in the opposition box, and when we get there, actually do what we have to do to take the 3 points away from here.
Yeah, Mikel Arteta speaking ahead of Arsenal's trip to Sporting tomorrow night. What a week of football we have got for you. It all starts tomorrow night. Sporting against Arsenal live on Talksport, 8 o'clock kickoff. Adrian Durham will be at the Etihad for Manchester City against Feyenoord. Dance and the former England striker Darren Bent will be our commentary team for the Sporting game. Also tomorrow night on Talksport 2, another live and exclusive EFL commentary. Sunderland take on West Bromwich Albion. Joe Shannon with the former England defender Danny Mills for that one. Then Wednesday, a blockbuster of a double-header, both kicking off at 8. Talksport for Liverpool against Real Madrid. Aston Villa Juventus is live on Talksport 2. Thursday, Heidenheim take on Chelsea in the Conference League. Alex Crook and the former Republic of Ireland midfielder Matt Holland, our team for that one. I'll be at Manchester United against Bodo Glimt in the Europa League with Hugh Wozencroft and Mickey Gray. Also on Thursday, Tottenham against Roma, live from the Europa League on Talksport 2. Jim Proudfoot and the former England striker Dean Ashton. And then on Friday, it just goes on and on and on. Brighton against Southampton, live and exclusive on Talksport, 8 o'clock start. Sheffield United Sunderland, live and exclusive on Talksport 2. What a week of football. Chris Owellamo. It starts here tonight with a great encounter in League Two. We've got some fantastic football coming up on the Talksport network this week.
Yeah, outstanding coverage, isn't it? Like you say, it's a fantastic game here this evening, but like you say, what a week it's going to be.
It is.
How many are you doing?
I'm busy this week, not going to complain. And we've got the cricket as well. Wednesday night, 10 o'clock, they start. The guys, they're all down in New Zealand now. They be a bit warmer than it is here at Vale Park, I am for sure. We had the draw today for the World Darts Championship, the PDC World Darts Championship, which you'll hear live across Talksport 2 over Christmas. It wouldn't be Christmas on Talksport 2. 50 live commentaries in December and all the action from the Alexandra Palace. Should be a bumper. Waiting here, the two teams out. The subs are warming up quite intensely. Wonder if we'll see any changes in the second half. Port Vale leading Crewe Alexandra by a 0-0. Darren Moy, side score early. They had a couple of really good chances, Chris, to make it 2-0. They didn't take them. And I'd have to say, I thought for much of the latter part of that second half, the visitors were the better team for me.
No, they definitely had more control of the game, using the ball. Albeit, I think Port Vale, they knew that they're going to have to defend well as well. And I've got to say, I think Connor Hall has been absolutely outstanding. Some of the blocks, always talking, communicating. His head's the first one that's putting into the block. He throws it in front of everything. Just fantastic bravery. But you're spot on. I think you're looking at Rico Richards had an opportunity to let one go. Jaden Stockley had one when Ethan Chislett, excellent way to pass, and he's just got the goal. You just got to ask the question of Marshall. Doesn't do so. Puts it out to Brandon cover, and to be fair, it was a bit of a cross shot. He was a bit undecided what he wanted to do, but they've had opportunities that they haven't really capitalised on.
Teams out for the second half. Can't see any changes as yet. The referee getting ready to get proceedings underway. The all-white of Port Vale, the light blue and the dark blue combination of Crewe Alexandra, who are going from left to right here. Can they turn this around? A point would be good enough to lift Alexandra into the top three tonight. As it stands, Port Vale looking to extend their lead at the top of League Two. Connor Ripley in goal for Port Vale. Back three of Sang Hall and Hart, who was booked in that first half. Cover Crowsdale, Harper and Shorrock across the middle. Richards and Chislett up alongside Jaden Stockley, who's leading the line. And for Crewe, Marshall in goal. They've also got a back three. Connolly, Demetri and Williams. Across the middle, Cooney, Holicek, Sanders, Taverner and Conway. And it's Bogle and Tracy up top. 1-0. The hosts lead here. I don't think it'll end that way. I would be a little bit disappointed if it did, given the way this game started, but plenty of time for more goals as the ball cleared away by Port Vale, but not convincingly. And now the ball out of play on this near side. Chislett theatrically fell to the floor, hoping he was going to draw a free kick, and the assistant, who was a few yards away, and the referee moved, and it will be a long throw, which they are about to line up here down this near side, and it will be taken by the centre half, Demetriou. Going to look to launch this in, down in front of us here. Gets the ball towards the 6-yard box. It's a good ball in, it's bobbling around, it's headed upwards. Keeper should come and get it, gets a punch on it. Out of the area, good work from Connor Ripley, who either side of half-time has had to called into action. Ball around the far post, and it's poked just wide in the end. And there was a chance there. It was Conway who was trying to get into the far post, just couldn't divert the cross back into play.
Well, he's always alive to it, isn't he, Conway? You know, he's driving forward there. It was a kind of cross with pace towards the back of Connor Ripley's goal. And Conway's breaking his neck, any contact just to steer it goalwards. He just couldn't quite make it. Like you say, Crewe have started in the same vein, haven't they? Winning second balls, keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, they have. We mentioned earlier on that Conor Ripley hadn't really had anything to do. He had that save to make right at the end of the first half, and he's just been called into action within 60 seconds of the restart. So, a little bit more threat being posed. The offside flag belatedly goes up against Tracy there. One of those frustrating ones where he's run probably 30, 40 yards and the linesman could well have flagged a little bit earlier than he did.
See, I think there's a responsibility to the officials that they have to put the flag up because how many injuries have we seen in that moment? You know, and the referee's kind of hands are tied and he can't really kind of act upon it.
Ball going to be launched for by Conor Ripley. Can the Valiants get a second goal and maybe give themselves a bit of breathing space? They would welcome that. They've got a habit of conceding at home recently. Oh, that's a poor challenge. And Harper, who's in the book, is going. It's going to be a second yellow card. The yellow card is out. The referee's just looking for the red one that's going to follow it. And within 3 minutes of the restart, Port Vale down to 10. Darren Moore is right there. It was in his dugout. He cannot complain. That was a poor challenge when you're on a yellow card. And the referee had no hesitation. We had a goal inside the opening 3 minutes of the first half. We've had a red card in the opening minutes of the second half. And Port Vale are down to 10.
Yeah, I think it's a poor challenge. You know, he committed to it very early. He had a lot of distance to kind of make up. I've got to say, Matthias Holicek as well, just got there first, took the touch away and invited the contact. But when you're on a yellow card, Mark, I don't think you can make that challenge. I think he's not going anywhere. He's running into Port Vale shots.
Is that a game changer? Here come the visitors. Can they get an equaliser instantly here? Crosswick tin cleared away. Well, that may change what we're about to see. Here's going to be a shot from distance, was always going over the top. And it was well over from Taberner. 4 gone second half. Port Vale down to 10. Lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, well, you're looking at Ethan Chislett as well. Came straight to Darren Moore. Got a bit of instruction. And I think it's one of them. It's basically counter-attack football, isn't it? It's sit in deep, weather the storm. They have got pace in the side that they can get up from back to front, but it's kind of spoiled the game, you know. But look, I said it in the first half. You know, when you make that challenge and you receive a yellow card, it takes a large part of Raheem Harper's game away. Now with his physicality, but he's got to be savvy. He's then got to think, you know what, I've got to sit, I've got to let that one go. We need all.
It's
all
a challenge, Chris, where the outcome against him is only ever going to be negative, isn't it?
Exactly. But why make it? It's just inside your half.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to go to ground there. If anything, stay on your feet, run all the way, track back, get your block in, but you don't go to ground and give the referee a decision to make.
Yeah. I think the only way you could forgive that, if that's a centre forward 10 yards out about to try and put it in the back of the net, then he makes that challenge. Other than that, don't make it.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah. Well, 1-0 Port Vale lead, but they are down to 10. Now I'm wondering if there might be a technical change on the back of that. There is an injury at the moment. You don't miss any of the action. Omar Bogle's been getting treatment inside the penalty area. We've had 5.5 gone in the second half. We've probably only been playing 3.5 minutes of that. And Bogle is hobbling off to this near side.
That's not a good sign when he's having a little feel of his right hamstring as well. You know, he's still talking with the physio now. Yeah, he's touching it. So straight away, if you're tight there, you know, that's not one that you go and run off. So I'm surprised that he's still having a little feel. He's obviously felt something.
I wonder if they're going to... Well, they're thinking about a change, I think, here. As the ball hammered away from Shiloh Tracy. Well, I think the manager's just asked him, is he okay to go on? He's walking back to halfway. The physio's still with him. I think he is going to try and play on, but it's a cold night here tonight. We've just had half time. He's got a bit of a hamstring tweak. They're going to risk it. Yeah, maybe that red card might be just blinding the judgment here a little bit.
Well, he's got to be clever here, the player. He knows himself, you know, how explosive he is as well. Yeah,
he's still feeling it now, isn't he? I find this a strange... He'll probably go and score now, and then we all look rather silly. 1-0 Port Vale lead, but they are down to 10. Well, it's fairy steps, isn't it, at the moment? It's like he's walking just one tiptoe in front of the other at the minute. Although he might just be trying to see if it'll ease off. But it's an awkward one, isn't it, if it is a muscle strain. Ball played forward by Port Vale. There's no real intent to get out here. Well, this could be interesting. We're sat down at the end in which Connor Ripley is in goal, and I think we're going to see a lot of the ball down here, Chris, for sure. Here's a ball over the top. Well cut out in the end over on that far side and delivered away by Sang, but they can't get out of their own half at the moment. It's like Crewe have built a wall on halfway. They're saying, you're not coming out, we're going to block you in. Here's Cooney now with a cross that's going to deflect. It might well go behind for a corner here. It will go behind for a corner, and a chance now. And Cooney just says to the fans, come on, let's hear some more behind that goal.
Yeah, I think it's something that Thomas Sang's done very well. I think defensively, the position that he takes up, how he receives the ball, how he defends, but what's really let me down, it's something that he's usually very, very good at, is his distribution. You know, he's just, the quality's just not there. It's going forward, it's coming straight back. You know, he's got to pick someone out, especially now.
Here's the corner. Taberner will deliver it in towards the 6-yard box. Keeper flapped at that, made a bit of a mess of it. He's got fortunate. That fell to Croasdale. Croasdale will just amble towards the touchline. He sends it down, and this is just coming straight back now. But I think Port Vale, Chris, have got to find a way to deal with this, because at the moment I don't think they are dealing with it. They're basically saying to Crewe, we don't think you can score. You can have the ball, but we don't think you're going to score. It's a risky tactic.
Yeah, it is, but you know what? The needs. You're looking at Jayden Stockley now, who again is I guess with his, he's not the most mobile, is he? So it's very difficult for him to be up there on his own, not unless they're going to find him with quality, and that's something that's been a little bit lacking tonight for Port Vale.
Here's the ball played. They've got a chance here. Oh, just overhit the pass. It was a slide rule pass, and they thought for a moment they were getting Max Conway in down that left-hand side. It just skidded away off the wet surface and behind for a goal kick. You're live on Talksport here. Talksport 2, here at Vale Park. Port Vale 1. Crewe 0, but Port Vale, Harper sent off for a second booking, a silly second booking within 3 minutes of the restart.
See, this is where they've got to be going to Jayden Stockley direct, and then picking up second balls and then trying to play. You know, that's try and get some extra numbers in the right areas of the pitch. He's winning everything, isn't he, Stockley?
He is, and that was a good run forward there from Rico Richards. Chislett wasn't quite able to get on the knockdown here. Now the counter could be on here, and a chance now. Tracy looking to get into the edge of the area, cuts in off the left-hand side. Bogle is arriving late. He just can't sprint to get there. He's in there now, and the cross is blocked away from him. It'll fall to the edge of the area. Shot comes in, and it's straight at Connor Ripley, who's down low. I think they've got to get Bogle off here. He can barely move at the moment, and they're telling him now, go down, let's make the change.
Yeah, he is. You could see there when Tracy had gotten behind the defensive line, Bogle had nothing about him to try and make it up, and even now this is doing him damage. This is,
yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, to be fair, the bench told him to sit down, and then we'll get the sub on, and they're playing on. And now Vale will get it forward. Stockley beaten in the air, never got off the ground. Sanders brings it down. There's a coming together between him and Croasdale. Referee's happy to let that go.
He's going mad here, Lee Bell. Look,
he is, because his centre forward is still trying. He wants a goal before he goes off. And he might get a chance because he's waiting in the area for a cross here. They're playing it across the front of the penalty area. They've got Tracy and in the middle Bogle. Bogle runs in behind, hobbles in behind. Croasdale brings it down. He will play it forward. And again, it's just coming back. Stockley, they can't get him into the game at the moment. There's going to be wholesale changes here. There are players from both sides stripped and ready to go as soon as the ball goes out of play. And you'd imagine here that Port Vale will be happy to get the ball out of play to make that change. Here could be a cross, though, driven in, deflects to the edge of the area. Cross is just wide. The shot inches wide. Holicek, he thought that was in. The keeper was beaten. It shaves the far post and it goes behind. Still 1-0.
It's an excellent opportunity, isn't it? It's an excellent effort as well. He's actually run away celebrating there. It's Connor Ripley's, I think he was beaten if it's on target. That one's in the back of the net. Oh, well. Few changes here.
Yeah, Jayden Stockley is making way. Antoine Hackford is coming on. The Sheffield United loanee. Also about to come on is Ronan Curtis. He's coming into the action as well. There are 3 changes about to be made by the home side, I think. Yeah. Ben Hennigan is coming on as well. Just waiting to see who's going off. James Stockley's taken an eternity to leave the field. Now the numbers haven't shown up on the board. Well, that's 2 shots at that end of the field, Chris, that have scraped the outside of the woodwork, one from each side. I thought that was going in from Holicek. I think he thought it was in.
So did he. He's running away. Who's this going up? Rico Richards, yeah?
Yeah, Rico Richards is off. This is the slowest substitution ever. A triple substitution. We're nearly there. Ben Hennigan is the other one that's coming on.
Replacing number 26, Rico Richards.
And also coming off, is that Chislett that's coming off? Or is he just coming to the touchline to get some instruction? I don't think the fourth official's board is working correctly, which is not great.
Oh.
And it's Jack Shorrock, the goal scorer, that goes off. So Hennigan is on, Hackford is on, and Curtis is on.
Yeah, and Jack Lancaster for Crewe.
Lancaster on for the visitors. It's still 1-0 to Port Vale, who lose Omar Bogle to that hamstring problem. Be interesting how they can get Hackford and Curtis into the game. They've mentioned they've got that attacking threat. It's just a question of how they work them into the game, isn't it?
Well, I just think Hackford's a little bit more mobile. You know, I think can ask a question in behind. You know, but it's still all about the quality from back to front for Port Vale for me.
Been a second goal up at St James's Park over on Talksport. Newcastle 0, West Ham 2. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with a second goal. Eddie House team in a spot of bother tonight. That's over live now on Talksport. Here on Talksport 2, Port Vale 1, Crewe 0. But Port Vale down to 10, and Crewe just setting up siege now. Holicek thought he'd scored the leveller. I have to say, I think it's a question of when, not if. This will be some performance from the 10 of Vale if they can hang on here.
Well, this is, you know, I think it's when you play attack v defence, you know, in training, it's always a difficult one. They have to be switched on, concentrated. They have to be very patient because they're going long periods without the ball. But the players, they're taking it on board. The substitutions the manager's made, they've got their instruction. You know, I think Hackford, for me, it's probably the right thing, albeit I think with Jayden Stockley up there, I think they could have used him a little bit better because he's winning everything. Can you go a little bit more direct, pick up second balls in the middle third, and then have that quality in the attacking third when you're breaking through?
Well, you're live on Talksport 2. Mark Wilson with a former Scotland striker, Chris Owellamo, here tonight, and it is all Crewe Alexandra at the moment, looking now to get the ball in towards the penalty area. It's a ball to the far post. They seem to hold up on the breeze. That Curtis will bring it forward. He loses possession. This is like some kind of training session that we're watching now, isn't it? Attack versus defence. Good defending there. Well read. At the back by Connor Hall, the captain. Plays it forward, but Hackford is beaten in the air. And forward come the blue shirts of Crewe Alexandra. Looking to work it towards this near side. Holicek, the man who thought he scored a few moments ago. Cooney's delivery too close to the keeper. Too easy for Connor Ripley, and he will deal with that quite comfortably. So we've passed the hour mark. Half an hour to go here, plus a bit of added on time already. And it is 1-0 to Port Vale.
Yeah, you're looking at Ryan Cooney there with the quality that he's got. Little look to the sky as soon as that ball left his foot there. Connor Ripley came out comfortable. Just gives Port Vale, and this is what they've got to try and do. I know it's a little bit bitty. Look for free kicks, slow the game right down. Professionally, just kind of let that clock click down.
Chislett did well there, didn't he? He knew exactly what he was doing. Got the ball midway inside his own half and got his body between him and the opposing player. Won a free kick, but the ball forward from Hall is out for a throw-in, and it's quickly taken again here by Crewe, who trail by a goal to none. Remember, a point would lift them into the top 3 on goal difference tonight. So a point at least. And they were the better team in that first half for large parts of it. Now they've got a player advantage. What can they do with it? They've not created a great deal. Just that Holicek effort that's shaved the far post so far. Ball works wide on the far left here Vale Park is pretty quiet at the moment. Good challenge goes in on the far side. You can feel the tension, Chris, now, can't you?
Yeah, I think I've got to say Crewe are using the ball very well. You know, moving the ball with pace as well, making it real difficult. But like you say, I think especially players coming on, they're getting asked a few questions, but up to the challenge at the minute. Defensively going all the way with Hermena as they are again.
Yeah, here's another chance. Holicek goes down. That'll be a free kick. Ronan Curtis fouls him. Edge of the box. They want to take it quickly. They have taken it quickly. Here now is Lancaster. Lancaster into the area, drives it low. It comes off a shin. Cleared away to the far post. Demetriou will look to recycle this. There are 7-8 blue shirts waiting in the middle. They'll play it down the left-hand side. Can they manufacture a crossing opportunity? They get to the byline. They stand one up towards the 6-yard box, headed away. Well headed away by Hall, but it's coming back in here. Holicek with a shot that's deflected just wide. Well, I thought it was deflected. The referee says it wasn't, and it's a goal kick. That shaved the outside of the other post. Still 1-0.
Yeah, well, you can see by Holicek's reaction, he doesn't agree with that one whatsoever. He's getting a lot of the ball. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. Again, he's got Conor Ripley scrambling. I think the goalkeeper had this one covered. It was a tight one though. That bottom left-hand corner.
He was interested in it, wasn't he, the keeper, just to make sure.
He was.
He was scrambling across his line. And the ball given away. No, they hang on to it, Port Vale. They're playing a risky game at the moment, but their football gets them up towards halfway here now. But they've gone without it on the halfway line. Strong challenge goes in. Here now is Chislett. Chislett driving forward. Chislett to the edge of the area. Went down on the edge of the area. And it's a free kick. I think for a second Vale thought they were inside the area, but it was just right in the D here. And this is a gilt-edged opportunity maybe for Port Vale to wrap up the points. A free kick right on the edge of the penalty area.
It's brilliant from Chislett. You know, he never really had a lot of places to go. The smallest of gaps, he just knocked the ball through and just tried to barge his way through there. You know, if anything, it's like when the referee's giving a free kick, he's brought a yellow card there as well. I don't know if that's just... Was it Holicek? I think it's Holicek. Is it Holicek?
We'll confirm that in a moment.
Having a go again, just in the ref's face. Doesn't get you anything. He's made the decision.
He has. Now, there's a 4-player wall right in front of Ethan Chislett. Ronan Curtis is there. Ryan Crowsdale is there. I think this has got Chislett's name all over it, hasn't it? That looks quite a long 10 yards, doesn't it? Normally this close in, you feel that the wall will be on top of him, but it looks so he's got a lot of room here.
Get up and down, yeah.
Can he get it up and down? Philip Marshall is all in orange. Well, everyone's backed off it. This is Chislett against Marshall. Can he put it in the back of the net? Referee again marking out the 10 yards. Chislett again just spots up the ball. It was Cooney who got a yellow card apparently for Crewe. Sanger's come across now to join Chislett, who goes into the wall that did its job. Trying to catch him, I think, by surprise there, but the wall held firm. Here's Chislett, though. He's back into the area. Drives it across goal. It'll fall to the far post. Here's the shot, comes in, and it's over the top. It was a chance, and it's a chance that goes begging. Chislett's free kick hits the wall, and then the shot fired over the top from Brandon Cover.
Yeah, I think excellent quality from Chislett there. You know, I think alive to it. Got at his man, trickery, got him in the box, got round the other side. I don't think it's a bad ball across the face of goal there at all. Can someone anticipate that, try and go and get a connection? And then Brandon Cover, he's just got to get his body over the ball, keep that one down, definitely work the likes of Philip Marshall in the Crewe goal.
Soft free kick given away here by Vale. Well, you get the feeling if they are going to get anything, it is going to be from a set piece. And now the ball on halfway. Crewe coming back. Port Vale 1, Crewe 0, but Vale down to 10. 3 minutes into the second half. Raheem Harper's second yellow card saw him sent from the field. And rightly so, you'd have to say. Not really a decision that the referee had to make. Here come the visitors down the left again. Again, there are 4 and 5 blue shirts waiting in the middle. They pull the ball back 30 yards out from goal. Here now is a chance for Taberner. Taberner gets it away to Cooney. He'll do well to keep it in. He keeps it in down by the corner flag. Lays it back to the corner of the box. Curtis comes to close down. There's a chance here. Lancaster 25 yards out from goal. Gets it away. Shot from distance. Block. Wouldn't quite sit down. Sang did well to poke it away. Then it was Crowsdale almost played it back into danger. And in the end they're happy just to hack it away. The visitors are knocking.
Well, I'm looking at Crows there. You know, I think Brandon Cover can deal with that. He's just trying to pass so that he can come on and set it, but he's let it go. So all I can think of is that is it Sang behind them that must have communicated something and said, I want it.
23 remaining. Vale, as it stands, going 6 clear at the top of League 2, but they're going to have to hang on here. Ball to the byline again, driven in. Lancaster gets his body between the defender and goal, pulls it back into the 6-yard box, and it's poked behind for a corner kick. It's backs to the wall. It was Hennigan who turns it away for a corner, and Crewe continue to knock loudly on the home door.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of joy, aren't they? Just a little bit fortunate with the ball as well there. Lancaster, he's trying to kind of come across, but rather than go for goal, he's trying to find a Crewe player in the 6-yard box there. I'll put the foot through it. A lot of bodies could have taken a little nick. You never know where it's going to go.
Here comes the delivery into the 6-yard box. It's headed away from goal. Skimmed header came off Zach Williams' forehead and behind for a goal kick. Vale 22 minutes plus added on time away from a 6-point lead. Here come more changes for Crewe Alexandra. And it is going to be James Connolly, I think, who's coming off. No, he's coming across just to see what the instruction is. Well, you'd think here that Crewe were 1-0 up trying to waste some time. This substitution again taking an eternity. Eventually it's Holicek who goes off, and he's going to be replaced by Adrian Thibault.
Well, I'm surprised they're taking Holicek off. He's seeing a lot of the ball. He's got that quality. He's asking a question, getting a few shots away. Maybe because I think, was it Holicek that was booked? I'm not trying to say. Someone definitely got in the face.
Well,
Cooney? Ryan
Cooney, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, here now again, Vale playing out from the back. They lead by a goal to 0. What a great goal it was, by the way. Ball played forward here, and it could be a chance. Thibault plays it into Lancaster, lays it back. Big chance, great block, great defending. Hart and Hennigan threw their bodies in front of it, and they keep it out of the Vale net, and it's behind for another corner.
Well, it's excellent play, isn't it, from Crewe to get into the position, but fantastic defending again. Ben Hennigan just come on, throws himself in front of it with Hart.
Everybody back for Port Vale inside their own area. They're trying to work it down the channel. Loose touch there. And that was a loose touch from Connolly. Now the break could be on here if they can play it in behind. Hackford is chasing back. Cooney should beat him to it and does just. Needed a bit more juice on the pass. You know what? I wouldn't rule out a Vale chance on the break, though. I think they will get another chance here. The question is, can they keep a clean sheet? If they do, they're 6 clear at the top of League 2. West Ham lead 2-0 at Newcastle, live on Talksport right now. Here's Lancaster, feeds it in. It's cleared away by Connor Hall. All miscontrolled inside the Crewe half, but they'll get time to get it down. This is backs to the wall for Darren Moore's side, the type of challenge he would have relished as a player. He's got to look on and see if his side can get themselves over the line here. Crewe would love a point, but against 10 men, they really would want more for half the game. Here now is Cooney on the near side. Lays it back. They're just trying to mix it up a little bit. Ball now works its way forward. Down the left-hand side. Cross comes in. There's Hennigan again. It's behind for a corner. The corners are starting to mount up. 19 remaining here.
Yeah, it's no nonsense defending, isn't it? So every time it comes in, it's breaking their neck, aren't they? The likes of Hall, Ben Hennigan, to try and just make sure it's a Port Vale contact. It's going to be the first contact for the ball there when it's coming in. Ben Hennigan, brave header.
Yeah, good header. Diving header away from goal behind. The Crewe fans look on. Are they going to get an equaliser to celebrate? Here comes the corner now. Whipped in near post. Good header away. Curtis steams out of his own box. Couldn't get on the end of it. He's beaten to it. Now the ball fed in. Lovely pass. Cross across. Goalkeeper's brave. Ripley had to get down. I think Zach Williams maybe would want that cross again. It was just a touch too near the keeper, but he was brave and down and maintains the clean sheet.
Yeah, I think you're right there. You know, I think Zach Williams found himself in a great position. If anything, can he go for goal? I'm surprised that there's... Now, you're looking at the likes of Tracy. Hasn't broken his neck just to get across the front of the goalkeeper there, get the slightest touch.
Ball played forward. Curtis, I think they've banged heads there. They've clashed heads, Curtis and the defender. They need treatment. That was a genuine head clash. Not a nice sight, that. Both players are still down as well. Was a particularly nasty incident. Well, the Crewe player's up. The Crewe player actually waved off the physio. Surely, when there's been a head clash, the physio should have to come onto the field.
Yeah, I think he should.
It's not for the player to say he's okay. It's for the medic.
He's walking a bit holding his head now.
He's holding his head. That was a genuine high ball.
Conley?
Yeah, and they've clashed heads, and he's just wandered off. Football really has got to get a grip of its head injury issues. Curtis is down getting treatment. They're clearly worried about him. It may be he came off worse of it, but I've still got to maintain the physio should come on and see to the other player, surely.
Yeah, I think he has to have a look at James Conley as well.
Well, we're going to be getting plenty of added time, Chris.
The rugby commentator in you there, isn't it? Football have to get a hold of it, but you're right.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, you're right.
They do, mate. They do. It's, I'm sure you had plenty of head clashes in your day, but, different time now. We should be stopping play and making sure these guys are okay. Curtis, he's rubbing his head. I think he came off worse. And fair play there, Jack. James Connolly's just gone across and made sure he's okay. And it will be a stoppage in play. Curtis, who's just come on, is, as you'd expect, wasting as much time as he can as he makes his way off the field. Jack Shorrock's goal, the difference here, the red card at the moment hasn't been too detrimental. I just thought that Vale was sitting back at the end of the first half, and they're sitting back even deeper now. The question is, can Crewe get an equaliser? Now, you tell her, what are the numbers?
Yeah, 60-40 in Crewe's favour.
I thought it would have been higher than that, to be fair.
Yeah, it just shows you, but Crewe, Port Vale have had the moments, haven't they? They have had that a couple of little counter-attacks, a little bit of respite as well. They had a few moments in the Crewe half around the box with the Chislett free kick.
Here they are on the left, looking to get into the box. Good defending there from cover. Did he keep that in? Oh, he did. He's done really well. Crowsdale's there to help it out and wins a throw, and that's good defending. Really good defending. 16 remaining. 1-0 Port Vale lead. You're live on Talksport 2. West Ham 2-0 up at Newcastle over on Talksport tonight. Premier League and League 2 all on the same night. That's what the Talksport network brings you. Everything. European football all the way. And then we're back in the Championship on Friday. Well, that throw-in was a bit of a loopy effort. Ball might fall edge of the area here. Will it fall here? Well, is that a foul? It is. Free kick. Thibault goes down. An innocuous one. The ball just wouldn't sit down for anybody. And as Thibault was underneath it, the referee felt he was impeded. He's only been on a couple of minutes, but he's made a bit of an impact. He's laid a few nice passes off, and now he's won a free kick.
Seen a lot of the ball, hasn't he, already? That's what I'm saying. You come on, you make an influence there. That ball, like you say, wouldn't come down, but he was just making sure he was protecting it with the body. And so that's like he's still feeling his hip as well, so it was a strong challenge.
Yeah, who's going to take this then? There are several over it. Charlotte Tracy is over it. Joel Taberner is there. Jack Lancaster is there. Who's the other one? Is it Conway or Cooney? Can't quite make out at the moment. Looks like they're going to try and move the wall here.
Yeah.
Is it Cooney who's lining up the shot? I think it is. They do move the wall. Now the shot comes in, deflected. Did he take that in the goal? That was very close. That was very, very close to the keeper there. Ripley backpedaling, caught it underneath his crossbar. I'm not saying the whole ball went over the line, Chris, but I think some of it did.
Yeah, because he's both of his feet were behind the goal, but like you say, I think he turned around and gave the Crewe fans a proper stare as well there, Conor Ripley, didn't he? But I think that was the right decision there.
Ball played forward at the other end for Hackford to chase, and it's collected, and we've now got 13 and a half to go. Well, Vale have got the lead at the moment, and you'd have to say, so far, they've managed it pretty well. I think it'd be a criticism of Crewe. I don't think they've made the most of the opportunities they've created. Crossfield ball, finds its target, and once again everyone in a white shirt is back within 30-35 yards of their own goal. Three-way in the middle for a cross from the left-hand side. They'll play it to the edge of the area. They're giving it away momentarily. They get it straight back. But the break could be on now if they can find a pass to Hackford. And Hackford's quick. He's only got one blue shirt in front of him, but he's just ambling over the sideline. I think he's got to run at the last defender there. It's a long way to play for time. 13 minutes left. He's got a chance there, Chris, hasn't he? He's quick. They were backing off him. It was one-on-one. And now forward come the other way, come Crewe. What can they make of the opportunity? They have it now. Into the area they go. Trying to work onto his left foot was a substitute, Thibault. He had Shiloh Tracy in the box. He should have put that in. Missed opportunities both ends.
Yeah, I think he has to release the ball there. But again, it's Thomas Sang for me. You know, I think defensively does his job. You're completely right about Hackford. I think he's in the halfway line. He's got three defenders in front of him. But you know what? He's got that pace, hasn't he? He's got to be strong. He's just come on. He's got that energy. He's got that energy in the legs. He has to be so direct there. Yeah. When a free kick, he's trying to kind of dribble it to the corner flag, and then he's...
Well, here's the cross coming from the other side. It's brought down here. Thibault will lay it back 25 yards out. Here's Cooney. Is he going to unleash one? He is! Oh, what a save! Tipped over there. Brilliant hands from Ripley. Well, Cooney let fly from 25 yards. It was going in, but the keeper for Vale keeps it out.
It's a fantastic strike from Cooney, isn't it? The ball's moving all the while, and it definitely was going in, but it's a good, strong right hand there from Conor Ripley.
Another corner. Will it be a set piece that undoes Port Vale? 11.5 plus a significant amount of added on time remains here. Referees, no, he's let them get on with it all night, and now he's seen something at a corner that he's got to get involved with. Why? It's the most frustrating thing on earth. If they were doing that somewhere else on the pitch, he wouldn't say anything, would he? So why does he have to now?
I agree. Not unless it's one of them. It's like, if you carry on doing that, I see it, I'm giving the penalty when the ball's in play.
Why not just give it?
You can't. Well, the ball's not in play, is it?
No, when it's in play and they do it, just give the penalty. Don't need a warning. They know, don't they? Here comes the corner now, drilled in towards the far post, and it's headed on towards goal.
Well done.
And again, the keeper, Ripley. That ball looped up. It was dropping under the crossbar. He's got up high and palmed it two-handed behind. He's done so well there, Ripley, under big pressure.
Yeah, it's fantastic from the goalkeeper, isn't it? You know, you're thinking it's 3-4 bodies. It's dropping just under, both hands on it as well.
Here's another corner into the box, headed away. Great defending this from Port Vale. Great defending. Real backs to the wall job from the League Two leaders. Ball back now here, 30 yards out from goal. Cross comes shot, comes in. Curtis did well to block it, but then has his pocket pinched as he tried to dribble it away. And now the ball forward. Everybody forward here for Crewe. Left-hand side. Sang trying to block the cross. Over on the far side, they've got him behind him this time. They'll feed it into the byline. Driven across goal. Keeper saves it. Blocked. They're screaming for a penalty. They don't get one. And Port Vale will look to break away. Once again, Conor Ripley's hands keep his team in front.
I just can't believe the block from, I think it's Ben Hennigan, wasn't it? My goodness, it was only from maybe a metre away. I think it's got him right where it hurts as well, because he can't even stand up straight at the minute, the big man.
Ball's coming back in towards this near side. Here's Jack Lancaster now. Right side of the box. Goes one way, then the other. Needs to find a cross. Deflects into the penalty area. Crozell turns it away. Only to a blue shirt again. 9.5 remaining here. Well, we've got a grandstand seat down this end, Chris, because it's all in front of us now. Ball comes in towards the near side. Headed into the penalty area. Headed away by Vale. Still 1-0. That goal from Shorrock seems an eternity ago. You're live on Talksport 2. Not yet at the halfway point of the League 2 season, but you get the feeling this could be a pivotal night for Port Vale in their hopes of an instant League 1 return. If they can hang on here against one of their rivals. Ball from Lancaster, fed into the air, it's bobbling around. There was a chance there. Thibault tried to claim he was fouled, and it's hammered away. As far away as they can get it inside the half, and it's given away at the back, and it's a throw it over halfway. Well, you mentioned rugby earlier on. It's like they've just defended their own line. They've kicked for touch and found it right over down the other end.
I don't understand what Dimitri is doing in that situation there. Completely in control of the game. There's 3 against 1, and it's a poor pass out of play. It has to be better.
Still 2-0. Newcastle 0, West Ham 2. Live in the Premier League over on Talksport right now. 8 minutes remaining. Last change. Jack Powell comes on for the visitors. So Powell is on. Can they find an equaliser? The keeper, Ripley, didn't have a lot to do first half. Second half, he's been outstanding. And now from deep in their own half, here come the visitors again. And Lancaster streams for the ball to come forward quickly. It's played infield here to Tracy. Not really had much of a sighter of goal tonight. Shiloh Tracy been in great form of late. Can they get him a chance? Here he is on the right-hand side, looking to step over. He's got players with him. They'll get the ball. Powell's cross is deflected behind for yet another corner for Crewe Alexandra.
Yeah, I think the defending's been outstanding. Sam Hart again, timely challenge outside the box. Shiloh Tracy working a little bit of magic, released the ball very well. But like you said, it's the end product. Stop the cross from coming in from the get-go. That's what you want when it comes in.
Here comes the cross in again towards the keeper who collects it.
It's good hands, isn't it?
It is.
Right on top of Conor Ripley there. Both hands on it. You know what? He's taking it. He's taking it at head height. I just don't understand with the bodies around them. Can someone not read the flight of the ball and get across the front of him there? He's not had to come for the ball. He's waited for the ball to come into his hands there.
He has. 7 remain here on Talksport 2. All long and downfield. Should be clear. Well, they should be cleared away. That was a good call from the keeper there. Philip Marshall has been a virtual bystander in this second half. He might have had a couple of touches in the early part of the half. He's not seen it since. Ball now works its way down this near side. Port Vale down to 10 after Raheem Harper was sent off for a second booking. 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Lancaster. Needs support. Turns into trouble. Then fouls Chislett. And that's the type of foul when you're 1-0 down against 10 men. Just lets the pressure off. And Port Vale now, Chislett will probably need some treatment. Another couple of seconds off the clock. Yes. Every trick in the book, who can blame them?
Yeah, it's a silly one from Jack Lancaster there. You know, it's just frustration as well. He's got 3 bodies around him there. Hart was there. There was Connor Hall as well. And obviously Chislett. But Chislett's, for me, has been outstanding as well. You know, I think direct when he gets the ball, more so the first half. But you've definitely seen the defensive aspect of his game this second half.
Well, we saw Rico Richards shave the post in the first half. We saw Matters Holicek do it in the second half. That's the nearest we've come to a second goal, although Conor Ripley's come up with a couple of quality saves. Here at the other end is Curtis. Can they get a second goal and win it, Vale? Would be a real effort if they could. Cross comes in from the left, cleared away. Good defending this time from the visitors, who've now got to play their way out of trouble, and quickly. They've played their way into trouble, and now it's Vale who give away a needless free kick, and that will allow Crewe just to throw bodies forward. 5 of the 90 remain. You're live on Talksport 2. Mark Wilson, former Scotland striker Chris Owellamo alongside me here. Been a decent old game of football, hasn't it?
Been brilliant, hasn't it? Yeah, I think Crewe have used the ball well in the second half. They've moved it with pace, really made it difficult for Port Vale, but everything that comes in the box, and it has been some good quality as well, has been defended and met by a Port Vale head, as it has just again.
Yeah, Thibault miscontrolled that and it's hammered away. Curtis brings it down nicely into his own area. They need to get rid of it. They haven't got rid of it. They might pay the price for that now because they've got him down the left-hand side, Crewe. Across goes cover, and that's going to be a free kick. It's only a couple of metres away from the corner flag. It's in effect another corner here. They want to get on with it quickly.
Guilty of overplaying there?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I don't understand it. You know, when you've got Hackford there, just turn it. Right, the defensive, I think it's 1v1 or 2v1 against
I was going to say,
there.
the pace out Hackford surely would, just leave him on halfway. Yeah, right, we're just going to lump it and you get after it.
Put it in the channels with a bit of quality.
Yeah. Now's the time you can run it into the corner with 4 minutes left. Here's the free kick. They're going to lay it short to the edge of the area. 1-on-1, they'll square it here to Lancaster. He's going to go for goal again. There's a white shirt blocking the progress to the goal. Lancaster gets it back. Neat turn, goes past 1, goes past 2, pulls it. Surely someone turns it in. It's cleared off the line by Crowsdale. They were lining up to finish it, and nobody in a blue shirt could turn it home. Still 1-0 Port Vale.
Well, Lancaster done ever so well. Put it across. I just don't understand why Conley's not just taking the shot on. He's just tried to pass it back across the 6-yard box. Just put your foot through it, hit it towards goal.
It was begging to be put in the back of the net. Here comes another cross into the far post, headed down, and there's Ripley to keep it in. Ripley does well, the keeper. Good hands from him again. The Vale fans now are starting to believe they're nearly there. Possibly going 6 points clear at the top of League 2 table tonight. They lead by a goal to nil. Over 10,000 here. 2,000 have made the trip from Crewe. And it's been a feast of football here. I think the referee has spotted a problem here with Sam Hart, who's got an injury.
Well, Sam Hart was up trying to be competitive with Dimitri when the ball came in, and he's got the header back across for Connor Ripley. I just don't understand why Ripley's throwing this ball out. He's under, like, Sam Hart is now walking fine. For me, Crewe should just carry on and play with it and keep possession of the ball. I don't understand why Connor Ripley threw the ball out, because Sam Hart's up now. There's no physios come on.
Well, the referee here is saying to Port Vale, get away from the player throwing it in. Everyone's having their say about it here, and I think they are going to throw it back to the goalkeeper. Lancaster took that into his own hand. Just said, look, give him it back. The sooner we give it back, the sooner we'll get it back. Yeah. There's got to be at least 6 minutes added. At least 6 minutes to be added on here. Curtis trying to get on the end of a long ball forward. He's headed up. If Vale could get a second, that would do it. Tracy's bundled over. That looked like a foul. Nothing doing. And now the ball just thumped out of play.
Well, that definitely was a foul as well. I don't know what the referee's looking at there.
Well, who'd be a referee anyway? Look, he got the big decision right. End of. He got that right. Yeah. No arguing about that. 1-0 here, Port Vale lead. We're about 90 seconds away from finding out how long we'll have added on. We've had a couple of big stoppages. We've had a few substitutions. Not a goal, though, second half yet.
7. Going 7. I'm going to go 7.
Going for? I went 6, at least 6. Here's the chance, 25 yards out. Demetriou lays it out wide on the left. Can they find one telling cross? Ball into the box is poked back. It's won back by Port Vale, but they've got nobody, no outlet. Curtis wanted to pass, he couldn't find one. Here's Shiloh Tracy, has it. Right hand side of the penalty area. They need him in the middle. Lays it back now. Here's a chance. Lancaster again, who's going to shoot. Shot deflected. Balloons away. Sliced out. It'll bounce into the crowd here down below us. 30 seconds of normal time. This has been an absolute backs to the wall. Here's Tracy from a narrow angle. Shot come cross goes in. Bodies everywhere. Ball cleared near side. Cooney slips as he went to put the cross in, and then he loses it. And that just sums it up, I think. Crewe have tried and tried and tried, but they haven't found a way through this resolute Port Vale defence. And now we find out how many minutes are to be added on here at Vale Park. Chris Owellamo wins the raffle. 7.
I've got to say, Chislett there, fantastic again. 1v1 with Cooney, went all the way with him and then got the challenge in. Not only got the challenge in, but won Port Vale a throw-in their own defensive third, now a little bit of respite as well. For me, I've got to expect something here from Sam Hart or Connor Hall, just to get the ball and then just basically kick it as hard and as far as you can. And am I wrong? Why are they taking the throw-in? I just don't understand why they're not just even go back to the goalkeeper.
Ball on halfway. Well, we've seen a lot of the ball down this end of the field, Chris. That's been one good thing for us. But still, it's 1-0. Ball across field. Headed away at the far post. Headed into the penalty area. Brought down and thumped clear. Tom Sang, a colossus at the back, as has been Hennigan since he came on as well. They've been outstanding. Connor Hall as well. The captain, a real captain's knock at the back.
Yeah, he's been outstanding, Connor Hall. Well, to be fair, all across the back.
The back, they have. Here now, though, there's another test. There's still 6 minutes of added on time. They're down the byline again. Cross comes in, big chance, and it's in! Equaliser! It had to be! Lancaster turns it in, and they have got their goal. For once, Port Vale didn't deal with it, and Lancaster thrashes it in from 6 yards out. and it's 1-1.
Well, it's an excellent goal, isn't it? Lancaster arriving at the right time, right to the line, and I thought it was Sang. He was rushing all the way. The ball, there was enough pace in the ball, but it's an excellent little cut back as well. I think it was Tracy that just let it go at the near post, and then Lancaster's come onto it. Just made sure the connection was right into the back of the net. And you know what? There's still time, isn't there?
There is still time now. And you get the feeling they will get another chance. We've had 2 of the minimum 7 added on minutes. Now, as it stands, Port Vale go 4 clear at the top, and Crewe join them in the top 3. It's the Alexandra fans you can hear singing here. It had to be. For the first time, there was somebody running onto the ball, and Lancaster just stuck it in the back of the net. 1-1. Is there going to be more late drama here at Vale Park? Can Vale get a winner? Are they going to try and go for a winner? They are going forward here. They're pushing forward. They want all 3 points. Here's Chislett. Chislett cuts in, goes past one, he's into the area. Chislett going for goal, shot blocked and brought away now by Crewe on the break. Crewe racing forward here. They get it forward. Oh, that's the foul on halfway. And there could be a card here for Crowsdale, who goes into the book. He knew the second he made that tackle, he was in the book.
Yeah, I think it was a challenge he had to make as well. You've got Chislett that's still down in the Crewe 18-yard box. The Crowsdale followed him all the way. I think it was Lancaster, wasn't it? I tell you what, tried to get some contact in the ball, didn't, but I think it's a yellow card taken for the team there.
Yeah, that is one for the team. Nearly halfway through the minimum 7. Thought Chislett was going to work his magic. When he got into the bottom, you're waiting for someone to bring him down. It didn't happen. I think there's going to be, has there been another change? The physio, yeah, there is another change, and it's coming for the home side. It's going to be Jason Lowe's coming on. I think Chislett's night is over. Yeah. Chislett is off. So the final change for Darren Moore. Backs to the wall, they held out. Raheem Harper sent off on the 48th minute. They held all the way to the 92nd minute. But they couldn't keep the clean sheet. And it's 1-1 here. And you'd have to say, if there is going to be a winner, you would fancy it would be the away side. Well, there's going to be added on time to the added on time. We've just wasted a minute there. Ball works its way wide on the Crewe left. Look at this, 5 blue shirts waiting for the cross into the middle. Chance was on for the cross, comes in now. Here's Tracy, ball breaks away from him. Lancaster gets it. He's been a real bonus off the bench, hasn't he? He's been involved in everything good that they've done tonight, Crewe, in the second half. Here they go forward again. Shot from distance, he's inches over the top. Still 1-1.
I tell you what, it's all coming, like you say, Lancaster. Dimitri there with a shot, just let one go, put everything on it. It was always rising, though. I think Conor Ripley was comfortable.
Well, Conor Hall's been named the home team player of the match. I couldn't disagree with that. But there's a little bit more work to do for him than those in white. 1-1 here. It's a huge game at the top of League 2 tonight. Ripley will take an eternity. Wipes the mud away from his studs. 95 on the clock. Minimum 7 added on minutes. Ball headed back towards their own goal. Hackford couldn't get on the end of it. Crewe will just go long, and this is a good ball over the top. Could be danger. Ripley out has punched it. He missed it, and then he got it away with his feet. I thought for a second there that Shiloh Tracy was going to have it, an unmarked net in front of him. That was a great long pass. And here they come again down the left-hand side, and they've got Groom. Here now, Lancaster waits in the middle for the cross. Lancaster arriving, headed away from him, headed away from the area. Port Vale are hanging on here. Like a boxer waiting for the final bell. Will the bell save them? Lancaster into the area, drills it over the top. That was a little bit greedy.
Oh, I don't mind it, though. I don't mind it. He knew exactly what he was trying to do. He's driving to Sam Hart. And, he's got the shot away. Just wrapped his foot around it. Took it onto his left. Opened up the goal. He just couldn't keep the ball down there.
I thought when Ripley came out, Chris, he'd missed it. He got very fortunate.
Both of them shied away, didn't they? You're thinking it's... and then Tracy, again, good reaction from Ripley when he's seen the loose ball. He's went and affected it again. But I think Tracy can come onto that and just try and just pump it in the empty goal there.
Ball forward. We're into the final of the 7. There will be a little bit more added on time. Crewe need to go forward here. Lancaster, though, goes backwards. They went a little bit more direct that last couple of minutes. And now, as we go into the final few seconds, it will be all eyes on the official. There should be at least another minute, I think. It's ended at Newcastle. Over on Talksport, Newcastle 0, West Ham 2. Here's another opportunity for the cross driven into the area. Nobody again running onto it. It'll fall to Lancaster. Can he get his foot round it this time? He's gone for the overlap. Ball squared in. It'll fall to Lancaster. This time he will shoot. No. Dribbles it. Oh, that was a time he should have shot, Chris. And now he's given away a free kick, and I think that'll do it. I think the referee will blow when this free kick is taken. Well, I thought that time Jack Lancaster should have shot, and he had a touch.
Yeah, he's worked the ball ever so well, but I've got to say, defenders, I think it was Sam Hart that threw himself at it, and he's just tried a little bit of trickery to take it onto his right foot. Sam Hart got some sort of contact, took the ball away, but you're right. Let it go. Why not? You're even closer than last time.
Yeah, it's exactly the same angle. All eyes on the referee then. We know that Port Vale is staying top tonight, whatever the outcome here. But are they extending that lead? As a referee, let's play go on. Ball's going out on the full. There's still a little bit more juice left in this one. Crewe have got one last chance. They've got to go forward quickly here. It's 1-1 here at Vale Park. That's it. Referee blows the whistle. And it is full time. A thoroughly entertaining 90 minutes plus added on time here at Vale Park. Vale thought they were going to win it courtesy of a Jack Sharrock screamer in the opening 3 minutes. A volley from inside the D that found the top corner of the net. They couldn't crucially add a second. And when Raheem Harper was sent off early in the second half, it was all Crewe Alexandra. They knocked on the door. They shaved the woodwork. Matis Holicek shot inches wide of the post. They eventually got the leveller, deservedly so, in the 92nd minute. Jack Lancaster took it in from close range to make it 1-1. There was late drama. There were late chances. Vale, I think, will be happy to get in those home changing rooms with another point towards their goal. They stayed top. But crucially for Crewe, they now leap into the top three. Chris, great start to the footballing week on TalkSport 2. Brilliant game, honours even.
Yeah, it's a proper derby game, wasn't it? The intensity was there, the challenges was there, the aggression, the quality had its moments as well. You know, again, it's a poor challenge, isn't it? But defended very, very well. Crewe just kept on chiseling away. I tell you what. Lancaster come on, made a positive impact, got the goal. I think both managers will be happy with what they've seen. I think Danny Moore will be happy to kind of accept a point. Obviously playing with 10 men for so long as well, but the defensive qualities of Port Vale, he'll take a lot of joy in that, albeit just that one little lapse of concentration. In added time they conceded, but I think it's probably the right result in my opinion.
Yeah, what a great game it was here at Vale Park. It ends 1-1 in the Premier League. Over on TalkSport, Newcastle 0, West Ham 2. Huge result for Julian Lopetegui there. Goals from Souček and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in either half mean that the Hammers make the long trip home with all 3 points. Well, we've seen 2 teams in the mix for promotion, Chris. Out of the 2, who do you fancy to go all the way?
Yeah, I think both will be there. You know, you're looking at Crewe, was unbeaten in 8. You know, now after their defeat. So I think they're showing real character, real good form at home as well. Port Vale unbeaten here at Vale Park in 6 now as well. We've seen goals. You know, I think it's we've seen defensive quality, real good quality. I've just got to say, I think both teams have a real good identity, but they're going to take confidence from this.
They are indeed. Honours even tonight. Don't forget, over on the Sports Bar, 10 o'clock on TalkSport, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. They'll be taking your calls on all the weekend's action. The number to dial, 03717 223344. You can also send them a WhatsApp voice note with your reaction to the very same number. Coming up here on TalkSport 2, it's the Women's Football Show with Leanne Sanderson. Tomorrow night, Sporting against Arsenal, live on TalkSport. Sunderland West Brom, live on Talksport 2. Talksport 2, your home of the EFL. We've brought you an absolute belter from League 2 tonight, and it ends honours even. Port Vale extend their lead, but it was only a point after Crewe got a late leveller. Good night from Vale Park, where it ended. Port Vale 1, Crewe 1.